Hi, welcome to another Mad Chats and Recaps with just myself this week, unfortunately. Due to some scheduling issues. No Tasha this week, but fingers crossed for next week. So welcome to recaps for the week of March the 13th through March the 19th of 2023. Happy to bring them to you. Yeah, well, I was going to say that we'll start with what we always start with, which is the Forsaken. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, amazingly, we wrapped up the campaign last week on Monday. I don't have anything written out, but they were able to fight the final boss and come out victorious. So everything was wrapped up very nicely. And super excited for how it turned out and for what's to come down the road. Not for the Forsaken, but for myself as a DM. You can catch any episodes that you missed or any of the most current ones on Twitch in their VOD section, or we also are in the process. I think we're just missing the most current, but we have all of the episodes of The Forsaken currently on our YouTube channel as well, under Madbird Streams. So check that out if you want to watch the whole campaign. It was 3 years in the making, a lot of great players. I'm just super proud of it. So, and super happy to play with the people that, played in the campaign. So this week and from here on out, we'll start with Tuesday's Sundered Faete. Our adventurers wrapped up their conversation with Nathrana, though Feyora alone finds it to be an illusion, with again a Laedrin, with an Laedrin man within. So Nathrana is an Laedrin man within. After a couple of days of travel, Alindra's contact finds them and offers to teleport them to a city on the continent. They ask to be brought to Oberman's mill and promptly enter Eveline's mansion to catch her up and deliver the world in a bottle. While there, they receive updates on their rewards and a bonus in gold, with new direction on where to head and what they need to do. Eveline introduces someone new whose needs overlap with the group's own. And Leofar joins their band of adventurers. The group splits up to navigate the city and manages some personal tasks, only to find the police are tailing them after they left the city while being investigated. They ultimately find a way to communicate and regroup at one of Feyora's safe houses in the wealthy sector. Feyora's disguise fools some of the crew, but to Dia, it's someone she's known throughout her life. Dia, feeling betrayed, reacts accordingly until Feyora approaches to try and work things out. It's a tough conversation, but the two manage to get to a safe place and begin the healing process. So they have a new player on Tuesday nights, which is super exciting. But that's where Leofar comes in. And a lot of awesome stuff happening in that campaign, a lot of drama. So if you haven't caught it, it's our newest campaign currently. So it should be pretty easy to catch up on. But I feel like the player and Dan as the DM is having a super fun time so far. They've already had some near-death experiences. So yeah, it's wild. It's been a wild ride. And so then on Saturdays in Extremis, our Sky Pirates made their way to Glurble-Glick, the Cloud Giant Island, to touch base with Eleanor Sunray of Sunray and Sons renown. Let me just fix the marker here like I'm supposed to. There we go. They update her, update Allie with all that's happened, and she helps coordinate next efforts to advance the plan to seal away the Omega Curtains and the Omega Sea forever, and uniting the 4 quadrants of the world for the first time ever. Elena and Sadie are added to the crew though Allie read some sense of danger in Sadie's withholding of information regarding her past, but after a private talk, felt the answers Sadie provided were more than adequate. The two were added to the mental link, and Allie proposes drinks at the local tavern. So next week we'll have a bit of a tavern excursion, so that's super exciting. What wasn't marked in there, because Dan writes up the summaries for his campaigns. What wasn't marked in there is the reveal at the end of the session that Sadie saw a tattoo on Ash's back, who's with the ship. Not one of the player characters, but he's one of the NPCs on the ship. Saw a tattoo on Ash's back, and she didn't know what it meant. So she was asking about having it done to herself. And in the meantime, asked the crew about it, specifically Zia, who was the one that recognized it as an Order of Spectres tattoo. So there's been a long-standing, who was it? I forget who it was that revealed to us that we have a mole on the ship, right? Like our ship, the Tempest. And so yeah, so it could be Ash. I mean, it's really weird that Ash would have an Order of Spectres tattoo, especially since I believe they were the ones that kidnapped Ash back, quite a while ago. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it seems like Sadie and Alana are, finding their way on the crew, now part of the crew, and we'll see what happens next. So that's all we got for this week. I know that we have a new campaign that'll be starting on Friday nights that Dan will be DMing. That should start within the next 5 to 6 weeks, I think. I've already started the artwork on it, so I'm super excited about it and playing in it. And Tasha's playing in that one as well. But we also have the Penumbra Assembly that should be coming back sometime in May, hopefully, that I'll be DMing for season 2. So we have some things planned on the horizon. I'm super excited to bring those to you. Also, possibly an art program coming back. So there you go. You heard it here. I don't think that we have any birthdays this week, but if your birthday was this past week or is this upcoming week, happy birthday. So sorry we missed it. Hopefully it's a good time for you, or at least decent. And we're so glad to have all of you in the community. If check out our merch store over at madbirdstreams.com. That's our website. And yeah, super cool stuff coming up in the future. So stay tuned. All right, friends. I think that's all the announcements. Yeah. So we'll see you in Twitch. We'll see you in Discord. And I and hopefully Tasha will see you next time. All right. Bye.
is, so I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Oh no, I'm just being a boob. That's what's going on. I'm in the battle instead of RP layout. Let's just fix that. It's me. I was the problem. Hi everybody. Hello chat. Ta-da! We're here. We're here. Take a minute to fix these name tags around. I'll put it back in the Stone City. I'll do that. Well, welcome back, players and viewers. So nice to have you here. We are Tuna, and then Leadrin, and then Feyora, Feyora. Okay, and then Leofar. I have to tell my brain not to say Leafar, um, but we'll get it, Leofar. Unfortunately, Pam won't be able to be with us tonight, but we have our wonderful crew here to navigate through the city and see what everybody does. You've caught the recap, so you know what happened last week. So I won't waste too much of anyone's time here. I'm going to switch this background back to the snowy city for a minute because you're stuck in the winter's chill here. Although you're getting, gosh, you were maybe a month in and it took you a month and a half, so you're getting near the end of winter. That's not bad. Okay. Um, we find ourselves then in an alleyway back at one of Feyora's safe houses here in the wealthy section. We had some intense moments, of course, as Feyora's disguise for that, Astrim, turned out to be someone that Dia knew. Um, Safely tucked away there for the day, Leofar, Dia, and Tuna, as the guards of the city are on the lookout. Feyora has a few meetings to attend in town, set up by Aveline, and decided to go with, I believe, Laedrin, who already stopped by that university to relay that stuff to what's her name. So I don't recall where you all were heading, but you were ducking. I think you were trying to make your way back to the building, and ducking through the alleyways to not be seen and kind of make a beeline there when a figure along with seven others cloaked appeared out of nowhere. And Laedrin and certainly Feyora, I can't think of Laedrin's perception, passive perception off the top of my head, but they're both pretty perceptive. Um, didn't detect him. The person was in fact, find him, an old acquaintance of Feyora. Said that they were here um, regarding an idea that Feyora once had. Shing. They made the actual shing sound as they did the sign too. They just mouthed it. So I'll pick us up there in the snowy alleyway, quiet. Seven cloaked figures and fitting roguish attire, sort of leather, but lighter than your typical. Rogues will wear heavy leather to protect from all the rolling, tumbling, and everything else they have to do. This is much thinner, akin to cloth almost. An interesting mix. But this individual says that and reveals, that they're in fact that old acquaintance of yours, Feyora, Crystal. Um, Ting, I'll let you pick it up there. She's introduced herself.
Well, it's great to see you again, but dear God, you scared the shit out of me.
Sorry. Well, that just lets me know that test number 37 is a success if you didn't see us coming. Well, um, I am sorry to drop in. All I really wanted to do was let me put some things on real quick. I'm so sorry. Am I not hearing it? Oh, it's just this. So sorry. I have like 8 tabs of ambiance up, and I want to get that into our Zoom. Little medieval city there. Yeah, well, I just so I mean, it's been a while since we've been able to hang out, but I don't know if you remember. I'm so excited. A long time ago, when you were we were drinking together, you were drunk. Surprise, not a surprise. Um, and you had this idea when you were super drunk and you were rambling off. Wouldn't it be cool if there was some if there were people that were trained in such a way, like super sneaky rogues, but they could just bamf anywhere they wanted around the world, just deliver, really important parcels or things that need to be delivered with almost like a guarantee, like a 100% guarantee it'll get there in like just a few days, and then you passed out. But I kept thinking, um, really like that's quite a challenge. I really like the thought of that. It kind of like looks over and waves again at Laedrin awkwardly. So yeah, I've been working on it for all this time, and this is the result. Uh, um, uh,
It's amazing, truly.
I'm so excited. Well, I was having terrible results at first, to be honest, but it is until I began cultivating the skills of psi enhanced groups of people. And I found combining certain rogue skills, obviously, with wizard skills, and a touch of sorcerer's innate power and know how, all based in psionics, of course, is proven most efficacious. Um, uh, Basically, skilled rogues cloaked in sorcerers and wizards' power that can easily operate in the shadows of night. Ta-da!
Wow. I wish I could remember coming up with this
What do you think?
amazing idea.
It was your idea. What do you think?
I think it's amazing, truly.
Oh, good.
Have you come up with a name for it yet?
Oh no, I don't. I don't really give two shits about a name. It was the challenge. So and I've done it. Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Would you like to name
cloaked.
it? It's your idea?
I mean, if you're going for cloaked rogues operating under the cover, using the cover of night, um, about night cloaks.
Kind of cool. Yeah, see, I'm glad I left the naming to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Night cloaks. Night cloaks at this time. All right. Well. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to show you the results of your beautiful drunken idea. But we'll go.
Actually, I was just thinking, maybe I get a cut from this, in a sense it's my idea and all.
Oh. Um. Sure. Yeah. Starts rummaging around her pockets. And takes out a coin. Looks like a platinum coin. Pressed platinum coin. Here you go, flick. And there's your cut. Ta-da!
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Maybe if you're looking for another test,
Of course.
I actually just recently dropped off some spiders here in town that I need delivered. Do you think you could locate them, drop them off for me?
We'll see who's got what here. Um, in the network. Yeah. Spider delivery. Test number 38. Consider it done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so
And it was great seeing you again.
it was so
It's been
nice
too
seeing
long.
you. We should hang out again sometime.
Absolutely. And great work again. This was absolutely terrifying.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Perfect. I'll add it to my notes. It was a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry we didn't get to talk, but maybe next time. Legion.
It's okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Feyora. And all right, let's go. Snaps fingers and they just disapparate. Leaving the two of you alone in the alleyway. What would you two like to do now?
You've been getting drunk with other people?
Before I met you, I swear.
Okay. Okay. Insight check. Kidding.
It didn't mean anything before I met you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The two of you, what would you like to do now? You continue heading back to the house, or?
Yeah. Unless I have nothing else to do, so.
Okay. Feyora?
I'll walk back with her, just to stay good with the previous plan of making sure she doesn't get arrested while she's out. But I will stay disguised as Astrid and go out to my various meetings.
Okay.
I'd like to meet with them as Feyora, but kind of disguise.
Through the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll actually probably disguise myself both as Astrid and Roger just to keep it switched up.
Okay. Right.
Right.
So you both find your way back to the house safely without any trouble. Laedrin, you duck inside the house to join Tuna, Thea, and Leofar. And
I used the
Feyora...
password.
Oh, I was so gonna test that in a minute. That's awesome.
No.
What's the password, Leadrin?
Halibut. But.
Nice.
I forgot about the password, so
I wrote it down.
Say halibut.
Why I took notes.
That's amazing. Awesome. Well, Feyra's gonna be busy for several hours, 4 or 5 out, 5 or 6 hours, having a few meetings with people in town, the ones that Aveline set up. So I'll jump in the house. Dia and Tuna, you know, Laedrin, halibut.
oh yeah, we'll open the door. Yeah.
Door opens. Dia opens up the door. Laedrin, you hop in. Anything y'all want to do here at the house, or just wait for Feyora?
I think just wait for Feyora. For me, I'll keep an eye out, like outside if any guards have followed or are getting suspicious. But
okay, yeah, go make a perception check, Dia, as you're keeping a careful eye.
okay, I am still exhausted, but. Let's see. 2 levels. Yep, ability check's still a disadvantage. So, oh, do we also need to roll for GM inspiration?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let's do this perception check first. Aha! A natural 1.
Oh, coast is clear.
Did it.
Safe.
Away.
Nice. It's the wrong window now. Just kidding. Yeah, you're looking out, and the streets are not super busy, but no one really catches your eye. Seems to be safe. Just normal folks, citizens. Let's see. All right. Yeah. So everything is fine. Feyora, you're able to navigate all your meetings. And, do what you set out to do with said meetings before making your way back to the house successfully. Nice. Actually, can I have you roll a stealth check, Feyora, with advantage, given your disguise work?
One.
Solid. Okay. Yeah, you make it back just fine. What do you do once you return?
I will go to the door and I will also
Aw.
use the code halibut. Yeah, nice try. And I assume I'll have a key, so I'll probably just let myself in.
Okay. saying halibut as you open the door. Halibut. Okay, you returned. I'm gonna say, because that took a while, it's probably 3:34 in the afternoon. And let me know what you all would like to do. If you have anything you want to discuss, or if you're ready to, if you have any shopping, or if you're ready to head out of the town. There's plenty of shopping in Crystalbrooke too. But but before you get there.
Ooh, I think I've been to Crystalbrooke.
Ooh.
I don't think I have anything else left to do.
Oh,
Same.
right.
I have. Yes. Oh wait, no, you took that way to get to
No, you
Desert
didn't.
Valley.
You didn't
No?
go through. You didn't go through Crystalbrooke for that. Nope. You went
Oh.
the northwest and traversed the mountains instead.
Just kidding. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. But you
But it
can go
was an
that way.
option.
I've been
Okay.
to
Yeah.
Crystalbrooke.
Nice. Awesome.
I've been to Crystalbrooke. Sorry, I'm just frantically clicking through all of my notes right now.
It
Just
might
like, have I
be
been
in
here?
your
it's
backup
my
doc.
Google
I've
Doc,
tried to.
yeah.
Yeah, any place you've been, I have put. It's in there.
Because you're
With a little
the
different.
best.
Oh no, no. It should have a little brief description of what the city's about too.
It's
So
what I think it is. I have been there.
Nice. Because it's almost dinner time, I imagine you'd all figure, let's have a good meal and maybe leave under the cover of darkness. That sounds okay. So you're all able to eat a tasty meal. Some of the difficult emotions and matters that came up the other day resolved. Others probably, take a little time to finish healing and processing. So dinner isn't quite perhaps as lively as usual. It's a little bit of charged atmosphere still to the sore throat. But you all have full bellies. You wait until night falls. It's the winter, so early, maybe around like 7:30. It's pretty dark here in the city, and you all know the way out. Assuming you're all leaving, is there anything else you want in the city before we have you navigate out?
Yes, for me, I wanted
Okay.
to drop off a just like a small, like, I'm sure, I don't know, uh in this house, I'm sure there was like a box or something that I could have borrowed, but I wanted to drop it off at my part timer with a note and just a small like lockbox. Be like, hey, I'm going to be out of town again. I would really like it if you could do full time at the shop. With I'm going to go ahead and put payment for like the whole month just in case it takes us that long. Um, here so 14 gold pieces away for them. It's like, this is your payment for the whole month. I trust you.
Don't run away with this box. Yeah. Yeah. No, they seem pretty trustworthy.
Please don't run away with the box.
Nice. Okay, you're definitely able to do that with ease. You navigate the city. No one seems to be following you. No, they don't. Police haven't seemed to have caught on to this location yet. Not a place they're keeping an eye on for all of you. Okay. Otherwise, night has fallen, and you need to. While many of the citizens have retired to their homes or to taverns or otherwise, it leaves the streets with fewer citizens, more guards. So I'll ask everyone to make a stealth check with advantage as you navigate your way out of the city.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Woo! So add 10 to that. Oh my goodness, nice.
Because some of us are still exhausted.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
All right.
How long did we rest for? Because we were given it a few days, right?
Yeah, I think you've had 2 rests here, so you 540 should be at 3rd level, I think. Exhaustion 3rd level, if that
Okay, I
sounds right.
had it at level 2.
Same. I
Yeah, I
also
think
had it
we're
at
at
level
2.
2.
Then we will go level 2.
Okay.
We
Cool.
just
I didn't know if
likely
there
had
had been
another
more
I
day.
think
rest or if
I
that
think
was
we
just
took an extra day because there was a day we could not physically move because
Right,
our
that's
speed was
it.
0.
That's right.
Thank you. Good. All right, down to just 2. Yay.
So that's just a straight roll then.
Okay. Hey, Feyora, what have you got? You look excited.
36.
Oh, okay, perfect. Dia, how about you?
A modest 24.
Oh, nice. Just a 24.
24.
Beautiful. Laedrin, how about you? Oops.
26.
Nice. Okay, and Tuna?
That I would say 32.
Yeah.
Fast without trace adds 10, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I thought so.
Beauteous.
Just to make sure.
Yes.
The guards, I mean, again, the constabulary force isn't full of folks in general. There's some well-trained people, obvious, of course, and some people that stand out, but a lot of them are not trained for this type of work. You easily navigate the streets around these guards in a way that just makes you fit in and blend in with some of the few other people on the streets. Some minor alterations, scarf up, earmuffs, whatever it might be, to help, add to disguise, cloaks, and make your way out the city, out of the main gates, to the southeast, which puts you on the road. The map should be pinned in the Discord. I don't know that I have the battle thing set up, but I'm gonna switch to battle just to put this map up real quick, for viewers. Which I sincerely hope I have. I think I set it up in here a long time ago, but I guess we'll see. It jumped to this. Why does it still have this? Boop. Okay, images.
Oh, Dan, did you roll your
Yes, thank you. I've looked
inspiration
at
for-
it and forgotten 5 times since then, so thank you. Go ahead and everyone roll the DM inspiration, and I'll go around and check to compare whoever got closest here. All right, let's see. Tuna, what did you get?
I was muted. Sorry, 5.
No
I
problem.
was like, that's a weird pause after that.
Yeah, damn, that's
I'm
awkward.
so out of it tonight. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Let's see. Laedrin, how about you?
13.
Hey. Dia?
7.
Okay. And Feyora?
19.
Okay. Well, then Laedrin gets it. I got rolled a 14.
Oh.
So Laedrin is closest tonight.
Oh.
Right, nice. Quickly fix the battle thing in case we have to come back here. Who knows? Bottom. If you gonna turn on OBS, please? That is Laedrin. And surprise, I don't have the map in here. So sorry, crew. So sorry, viewers. Crew's got it. I'll see if I can toss this up. But as you'll note, I closed it on my computer too. As you know, as you leave, you're going to have to head southeast. There's a trail that leads down that way. And you'll find yourselves, you should have the one with the travel grid on there too. Man, I'm multitasking so poorly right now. And you'll see that it's going to go down this western edge of Thunderfang Rise. And I almost have the map up for viewers, so I'm going to do that real quick so they can see our travel grid one here. Oh, that's huge and it covered everything up. Cool. That's what I wanted. Let's try and fix that. So sorry, viewers. OBS is making this frustrating. Alright, I'll try and keep this open enough to see the important bits. So, viewers are covering everyone up for this. But they're here in Oberman's Mill, the little hand. Here's Orin's Rest. And there's a little pathway. I should just make this big so you can see a little better. Yes, cut it out. And you'll see that they're going to go down this path, following down the western edge of Thunderfang Rise. Crystalbrooke here is on the way, next to Mirror Lake. Then you'll continue on south down to what's known as the crossroads there. Of course, it has a number of these paths intersecting from around the continent right here. And then you'll head east. You can either head clean across the Morishita Expanse, following the route all the way up and over by North Belmont, and then up to Sunhaven. Or you can try and cut across the bottom of the wild thicket there. You can use that northern route where it splits, and just kind of, you lose the trail, so it gets a little more iffy out there. But you can just wrap around the wildwood thicket and the mountains and reconnect with the trail on the eastern coast up to Sunhaven. I'm going to turn that map off and put us back in roleplay mode here. So, I guess players, do you have any questions about the map and what that looks like? I know it's pretty straightforward, but I just want to double check. Okay. Very good.
That comes to mind.
All right, this is the long haul. Travel, during this time takes a while, which isn't a problem. There isn't any sort of hurry to this travel the way there was to getting to Evernight. But you're looking at about, in total, about 3.5 months on the road together, counting out the days. Oh, yeah.
Going to need more rations.
Nice.
Did not think that through.
Silly. I love it.
I can help with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was right. You can hunt. There's lots of options on the road. So, what I'm going to do is break this down into sections here. All right, so as you begin traveling down, we're going to kind of tackle this first section on the way to Crystalbrooke first. For most of it here, we're going to see how you do as you go along. Is there anyone that's you're on a path, so you don't really need an expert in navigating, but is there anyone that wants to kind of take lead in making sure you stay on path?
I can.
I'll help, because I came to Oberman's Mill from Crystalbrooke, so
Nice.
I would kind of
Excellent.
know the roads, I think.
In that case, I'm actually going to have Tuna, you can assist Laedrin.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is take the assist action.
Nice.
Not roll the survival. I just want to give Laedrin advantage.
If
Oh,
you
okay.
want, you can, because you would have advantage yourself. So if you want, you can give advantage to Laedrin and do a straight roll for yourself if you
Okay.
wish.
I will
On
do
top of that. Okay, so Leadrin, go and roll survival with advantage, and Tuna get a straight roll on survival.
Oh, thank goodness I had advantage. That would not have been good.
Tuna, what'd you get?
14.
14,
My voice
okay.
cracked 14.
Nice. And Leadrin?
21.
Excellent. This is for like a good section of time. In fact, you're able to travel down here and stay on the road. Let's see, this is probably for a good 2 weeks with these rolls. In fact, you get to a point just along that western edge of the mountain range there's one mountain that kind of sticks out to the west a little more than the others. And you know you've hit this spot, Leadrin and Tuna, because uh, it kind of drops into a valley here. With the mountains on the left, you're traveling right at the base of the mountain range. You have to kind of trek out around the base of this mountain, and then there's hills on the other side, fairly substantial hills. So you're kind of going down into a bit of a valley here, and you know that this is about the halfway mark to Crystalbrooke. From Obern's Mill to Crystalbrooke, anyway. So, let's see. It's another 2 weeks on winter. So gosh, it's almost spring. I think there's like a week until spring, which is really exciting. In fact, it even starts to rain. You get a little bit of rain. It's kind of washing away over this. You've had what? That's 2 weeks of travel. You know that this valley is maybe 5 days or so to get across, and then you're only going to have like a week and a half to get to Crystalbrooke after that. And it's nice that you've been dealing with the cold and the snow for so long. Temperatures are closer to like mid 50s, high 50s, and this moderate rain is starting to, it's enough to start washing away some of the snow, melting the snow. You're seeing little patches of dead grass and such return. But yeah, otherwise, you carry on. I think I'm gonna have we'll take this valley because that's a short stint and do some camping, so you've got some time to hang out on the road. So the first night, you know, the rain picks up a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable when it's time to set up camp. It's kind of a heavy rain now. There's some mud, some puddles, but and the temperature's dropping because it's late evening, so it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. But what would you like to do to set up camp? The usual? Yeah, you've been on the road for like 2 weeks now.
I would just say probably the usual. I'm curious, roughly what month would you say it is?
Let's see. With that, we're in February. 2 weeks. This would be the very beginning, I believe, of March and yeah, I've got to pull up the calendar, but March? Maybe around the 4th, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say probably the typical for setting up. Feyora would feed Skully before sitting down and finding something of herself, like for herself to eat.
Mm-hmm. Right, Skully now maybe the size of a softball. It started growing.
Tuna.
My little baby's getting so big.
Here, you can have a little Skully here.
Oh.
They got little gold. That's something Dia just kind of puts out of her head.
So cute. In case you want to share this, because I entirely forgot to share it with you. So this would be something you encountered back in the city a little bit. You're always keeping your ears out, and you had these meetings, and among the meetings, you know, there's plenty of like hired help and other things like that, and even throughout the city, you were picking up on a vibe. There's a number of strange happenings in the city that people are talking about. A lot of people are saying that the mine shafts, the mines are haunted. Back in the city in Orange Rest, the mine shafts changing direction from one day to the next, or completely disappearing from the walls of the mines. And reports of a miracle water appearing briefly, then drying up. People swear old injuries were healed, old aches gone, but then within minutes disappeared. So a lot of people are saying that perhaps the mountain is, of course, you might know a little better going on, but just want to plug that in as something you would have picked up in the city.
I think she would have shared the stories with the group and would probably speculate a bit with Bia if she was willing about what this might mean for business.
I mean, uh, oh goodness, I have no idea what it means for business. We could drive up the price of anything we get from the mountain. You know, what's it called?
Arkstone?
Yes, the Arkstone. Yes, play up the danger of cost. You know, those kinds of things. That's what you can mark up for. You know, hazards pay that has to be covered. So
I love
we can
how the
find a way to
immediate
benefit.
reaction was gouge the prices.
The world is dangerous, but people still need to pay for their mortgages. So
I would say it settles in on everyone too, as you kind of discuss the options. The thought of what it might mean to the entire city that Orin is healing. If this city is as advanced as it is and everything here runs on Arkstone, what does it mean if Orin's returning to life?
oh right,
If
ethics.
Arkstone, yeah. It starts settling what'll happen to the city. It's been, it'll cease to function. Everything runs in Arkstone now. It'll be, will people want to allow that? A lot of possible conflict, perhaps, in the future.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for healing that mountain.
Don't be, yeah. Sweet Orin.
Just saying.
There's also a concern. Do you think one day Orin's going to get up? Like, you think that's possible? Anyway,
Gets up and just walks away.
Orin's like,
There
peace out,
goes
bitches. You've been mining.
Hearthstone.
You've been mining from my heart.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Well, I think his heart was different. His heart was like the 10 times more powerful stuff. than-
Than what they were able to harvest. So we think it was like, I don't want to.
Dun, dun, dun.
God, it makes me uncomfortable. Well, now I regret what I said about gouging prices. Damn it!
No. That's what good conversation over campfire, or with a tarp over top because it's raining, is meant for. Okay, so yeah, you're able to, you have this conversation. You have a decent meal. You're let's see, 2 weeks of rations. I think you all have like, what was it, 30 days or something of rations. So Laedrin's offered to hunt maybe on a different night. I'll check in with you tomorrow, Laedrin, if you want to do any hunting. But for tonight, you're all able to call it a good night, unless anyone has anything else before bedtime.
Tuna wants to take the girls just on a quick walk and just not far, but I just want to see if there's any like pretty flowers or anything I can pick around here.
Okay. Make an investigation check if you would. With
so very good
advantage,
at that.
because you can do with advantage because they'll stick out any flowers here. Actually, let me roll too to see what we've got for.
Well, it's a 7 and a 1.
Nice.
Rolled an 8 and a 2.
You know what? You beat the 5 that I rolled for flowers. So you do in fact see some early buds of flowers. There's a patch. It's raining. You can even hear in the distance a low rumble of thunder coming in. But washed away from this whole area, with a patch of ground elevated from some of the puddles that have formed, you see a whole little patch of these vibrant blue and purple flowers that have already begun to not bloom and open, but the petals have just started to form.
Okay.
And yeah, they look beautiful.
I will not pick them then because I was going. Okay, this is a wild thing. Can Tuna take like a sack, like an empty sack or something, like a canvas bag, and just like repop them and take them with me?
Absolutely.
I know that's wild, but
Go for it.
I have a plan. I
Yeah.
need these flowers. And they're really pretty.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead. You dig up some. It's easy to dig up, the ground because it's saturated with the water right now. Shake it out a little bit to get rid of some of that excess water and fill up a little. I'm sure you've got a number of different satchels and bags and stuff. You find one that'll fit it nicely.
Yeah, Tuna comes back to the camp with just like a satchel full of flowers and just like without a word, just kind of sticks it with their stuff.
Okay. Nice. All right. Beautiful. Does anyone want to comment? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Feyora.
I feel like she would take note of the flowers, but like it's kind of learning that Tuna's got some of these things, like dozens of jars of jam. Now it's a bag of flowers, like.
I definitely brought jam with us, by the way. Like,
Oh, I don't
I
doubt it.
restocked.
Yeah. So she wouldn't comment on that, but I think, and let me know if it's not okay to retcon this or anything, but I think just every night she would kind of be working on her martial arts because they're going back to Crystalbrooke.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
So like she'd be getting a little antsy about it. So she'd be training a little bit more. So she'll draw up her little silhouette on the tree.
Working the pressure points.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make I think for tonight's training, I'd say an athletics check. Yeah. Good or bad?
Oh, so terrible. It's a 1 with a -1.
A 0.
So it's a 0.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Your first punch, you get a terrible splitter in your knuckle. Tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Tuna!
Everyone's running up to you, Tuna.
Like a little kid with a scraped knee.
Okay. And I'll just kind of like do a little healing, like, are you good? Do you need
I'm better now.
Cast healing boo boo kiss.
Yeah. No, I get the girls to like give a little
Oh,
lick.
oh, better. Beautiful. Right. Otherwise, anyone else have anything before sleepy time? Nope. Okay. You're all able to head into your tents, I think. And let me know what you would want to do, Tuna, because I know the girls can't fit in your tent. Maybe like one head at a time? If they take turns?
Yeah, they take turns.
Okay.
Sleeping in the tent.
They get
Which
like,
they can shrink down, right?
Oh, right.
So like on nights where it's like colder or raining or
Mhm.
something, maybe they
Mhm.
shrink down and all come inside, but for the most part they just
Yes. Yes, absolutely. You can have many. Right, so I meant to plug that in with Aveline, but I didn't finish the mechanics. But all of your larger creatures, even Gil, that's not, that large currently, can shrink down to like palm of your hand size. Aveline would have set this up or cast something to make it a little more manageable to go in and out from places. They also have a shared space that has little tiny ecosystems for each of them, like an extra dimensional space where you can send them. So there's a spot for the girls, they can run around like a prairie in the woods and stuff. And then there's like a little cave next to that for Skully. And then there's a little tiny mountain. It's only like 30 feet tall. But to Gil, it's a mountain. And, there's little holes in it that Gil can go in and come out of. It's like interconnected and stuff. And, yeah, I think that's all we have so far for pets. So you can even send them there if you're going into a place and you don't want to worry about them being tiny or squished or something like that, Okay, so you've got miniature girls to whatever size you want. To sleep there. So everyone is going to be able to get a good night's rest, a long rest. Be sure you mark that to knock off the next point of exhaustion. Is anyone taking watch tonight? Leadrin, okay, and Feyora. Tuna and Dia. You know what? Leofar will take a watch so that
Okay.
Dia and Tuna can rest up. Mhm.
Even if I wasn't exhausted, I can offer no help when it comes to keeping watch. I'm sorry.
It's amazing. Beautiful. Okay, I'll probably have Leofar take first watch just so I can roll that and get that knocked out. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, so first watch goes by without much ado. Rain continues, nothing really seems to be out in the woods or anything. Oh, thank you, Frank. Thank you, nice. And safe and sound. Leofar, kind of new to the group, would go over and just sort of, without opening the tent, outside Feyora's tent. Hello? I'm sorry. I think you're next. Watch is done. I'm so sorry. Hello?
Yes, hi.
Oh.
She'll like stick her head out and like Skully will be like kind of skitter.
Oh, there's a... This is back the spider.
No!
No! There's a gigantic skull spider on your face. Don't move.
Skully. That's Skully. He's my pet.
Oh. Okay.
He's okay. He's nice.
Are they nice to others or just you?
That's gonna be part of the training.
Your turn. So far. She's walking backwards over to her tent. So far, everything looks fine. And it's your turn. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's your turn for watch. You've got Skully skittering about on your person. Go ahead and make a perception check if you would, and we'll keep an eye out for trouble.
Well, that's an 11.
11. Okay.
It's not a 1, so
Yeah.
got that
Improvement.
going.
It's difficult to hear and see out here because the rain's picked up. It's still that heavy rain. The thunder has rolled in overhead now, or it's getting pretty close. It's just hard to hear and see, but you don't notice anything. Seems to be a-okay for your entire shift. And then
Great, I believe that.
your paranoia starts to set in. Yeah, until it's Laedrin's turn. I'll let you wake Laedrin up.
She'll kind of barge into the tent. Goes, Laedrin, wake up.
Yep. I'm up. Okay.
I think Feyora is gonna stay up with Laedrin. Not really paying attention, but she's awake.
Okay.
She'll probably have like Skully in her hand, and she'll be like, "Friend." And, like,
Make an
pointing
animal
at her.
handling check, Feyora, as you attempt to train Skully by identifying Laedrin as a friend.
Okay, but I do want to say Skully's awakened. So Skully's a smart boy. Okay,
Gregory's out
that's a
just
good
in
roll.
case.
That's a good roll. Where's? Oh, I'm still proficient. Nice. It's a dirty 20. Yay!
Okay. All right. Adding Skully's intelligence modifier to 23. So, you had dirty 20, right? Okay. Yeah. So, Skully skitters real quick, like half, like a couple inches, and stops, and then just kind of puts little legs of Laedrin lets, kind of like those front little legs to feel around. And then
Legion be okay, but I'm not okay. No.
Skitters back up, Feyora. Seems to have identified Laedrin as a friend for tonight.
Excuse me?
The training worked for now, but it might take a little more to make it consistent.
Okay.
So it went
We'll keep working on it.
perfect. Okay. Put this back here to the other room. And Laedrin, can you make a perception check tonight? You would.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. 12.
Seems like the coast is clear. You go through the whole night. I mean, yeah, you know. I will say, legitimately, y'all are level 5 now. Yeah, level 5. So, you know, there aren't many creatures that are going to bother level 5. Like, they can sense it with their wisdom stats. They're like, okay, we don't want to mess with them. The chance of these encounters is incredibly low at this point. And the night finishes. Leadrin, you know, you've kept an eye out for things, tried to stay out of the rain. You know, there's a lot of woods at the base of the mountains here, so you're sort of tucked under some trees too, but, you know, it still gets you. It's still cold, it's wet. There's puddles you have to slosh through as you go back over to the tents. But as everyone wakes up, Tuna, the girls are in your tent, miniature size, I think. Are they like actual regular size for?
Yeah, they're like corgi size.
Okay,
normal
perfect.
corgi size.
I love it. Yeah, they're sort of snuggled up with you, and they've got a paw on your shield off to the side. And they wake up, hearing Laedrin, and do the like
Yep.
you know, to wake you up.
I'm familiar.
Nice. And Dia, you probably, you know, this is, I imagine you just have a very good circadian rhythm. It's like, it's time to get up.
Goodness. Oh.
Nice. Yes, everyone wakes up. A bit of a, I mean, unless you really enjoy rain the way that I do, it might be a bother. Certainly when traveling, it's less enjoyable. You know, rain on the top of the tents. You've got this covered area to make some breakfast. Or you hit the road. Anything y'all want to do before traveling today?
I'm gonna feed Skully again. Eventually, I'm gonna have to train him how to get his own food. But we're gonna wait until he's bigger than softball size to do that. But after feeding, I'm gonna try and teach Skully that Tuna, Leofar, and Dia, sorry, I don't know why I blanked on her name, are friends, and not people that we bite.
Okay, what do you want to physically do to train that? The same as with Laedrin? If they're willing participants?
Yes.
Go ahead and approach one of them and see if they're willing.
Tuna.
I'm like eating some eggs or something.
Nice.
I'm trying to teach Skully not to bite you guys.
I appreciate
Do
that.
you, yeah. Do you mind if we just get a little buddy?
You're gonna have your spider sniff me.
Yes.
All right, and I'll just like close my eyes and look the other direction and like put a hand out.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your
Tuna's not bothered by spiders, but like this is not something that they really want to partake in.
Right. Let's hope this works. Yeah. Roll animal handling. Add 3 for Skully's intelligence modifier. That was.
I'm gonna have to not use this dice currently.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What's your total?
Okay. Well, first before I tell you the total,
Oh,
it was a 1.
story. Oh no.
Okay, but it's hold on, math 5, 3, 8. No, don't sigh like that.
It's oh no! We're gonna get.
I
Oh
just
no!
came back.
Siren for
The
everyone.
incident
Just got revived.
is happening again.
I don't have time for
Okay.
this.
Again already. Everybody get a diamond?
Oh, my goodness.
We did get
We did
one.
get a diamond.
All right. Well, yeah, you hold it out. Jeez. Does a dirty 20 bite you, Tuna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Let me mute myself. Oh god.
All right, that's not bad. Okay, so you feel a pinch, and it's not bad. It's 4 points of piercing damage into your hand. And oh, ah!
Damn it, Skully! No, I said friend.
She just rolls and climbs back up here. Think, Tuna, can I have you roll a Constitution saving?
Yep. It's fine. That's a 4.
A 4?
Yeah, that's a 4.
Okay. We're Tuna.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I don't like any of this.
Can I bless myself real quick? I wouldn't have time to cast bless, would I?
Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Okay. You're prepared for
Cool.
this to go wrong. So.
Cool. That's a 5.
Okay. All right. So that deducts from damage, or that changes your thing. You just added 1.
Added 1.
Okay.
5.
Yeah. All right. Oof. All right. So you also take 7 points of poison damage. So you start feeling a little queasy, a little bit lightheaded, and it starts kind of swelling up into
Cool.
up here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and lesser restoration that.
Let's play it safe and okay, nice.
I'm not dealing with this. I can't.
Awesome. Skully should be beyond the age of baby bubbles now. Should be. So.
Cool.
God damn it, Skully. You're getting the bad bugs for dinner.
I just look at Feyora and I just don't even say anything, and I just cast lesser restoration on my hand.
I'm so sorry.
Laedrin's giggling to herself just a little bit, but like
Shut up.
taking mental note to not let that spider anywhere near her anytime soon.
I've tried to hide.
Do you?
Clearly was a mistake.
I've been trying to hide since you walked up with Skully. It was like I wanted no part of it.
Nice.
I mean, honestly, it's my own fault at this point, but...
Oh, I thought we were past this. I thought he was gonna behave.
It happens, I understand. And I just kind of very slowly just back away. Like, I don't want to turn my back on the spider because I don't fully trust it, so I just want to back away.
He sits its head around the back of Feora's head and looks over and goes back
I feel like
in.
it just does like the...
What? Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
Damn it, Skully, you're gonna make everyone hate me.
This is what I picture, so sorry.
Climbs up under your hair, the back of your neck to hide Feyora. Okay, with that, we back up. A little more difficult, Tuna, as your hand swells just a little bit. You can't really grasp things with it. Kind of get your tent broken down, but everyone manages and gets back on the road for the second day of travel. Today, more rain. It's sort of a pain. A lot of, there's mud on the ground. There's probably a good, like, half an inch of water along the ground. You gotta be a little careful. Some areas have, like, puddles, and, when there's a little bit of rain on the ground like that, you can't tell that there's a puddle there. There's, a little bit of water everywhere. So, can I have everyone make a dexterity saving throw as you're traveling the next day to make sure no one drops into a big puddle by surprise? Ooh!
Can I be on my broom?
If you'd like, absolutely.
I love, Laedrin's okay with the rain.
Yeah.
But no.
Absolutely. You can be on your broom. So you're exempt, Laedrin. Feyora, what'd you get?
Okay, so I forgot I wasn't gonna use this dice. But it's okay. It's okay because it's a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. All right. You don't step through any deep puddles. You catch yourself before walking through. Again, it's just sort of a little bit of water covering most areas, so it's tough to tell. But you navigate it safely. Dia? How about you?
Yeah, I was very excited, and then I realized it's to avoid puddles, but it is still a natural 20, so a
Oh,
22 in total.
nice. Yeah, listen, it's great. These puddles are muddy and disgusting. You still have to trek through like that half an inch of water in most places, you know, and get the wet socks. But it's better than being covered in muddy forest water. Uh, and Tuna.
I also got a natural 20 for a 23.
Yeah!
Oh, yes, that's
We're
amazing.
wasting them on this.
I know.
Avoid puddle.
Nice.
If combat is difficult, if we have a combat and it's difficult, I
We're-
blame this moment.
We're goners.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay, you have a very safe day of travel, navigating through second day through the valley here, before setting up shop for the night. Tonight, I'm not going to bug you with watches because I'm not going to do it every single night. There really aren't a ton of opportunities for things to happen. So tonight, you're able to get good rest. You can do your watches, but everyone, gets through smooth as butter.
I would like to note that Skully gets the bad boy bugs for dinner and breakfast.
Noted.
Does not get the juicy morsels. It gets the basic amount to survive.
Oh, okay. Reduced rations for Skully. Awesome. He thought he was protecting you. He didn't know. He's still,
No,
he's still
I
being
feel bad,
trained.
damn it.
Yeah.
But it's part of the training. Okay, don't make me
It's part
feel
of the
bad.
training, right? Got to condition Skully. Yeah. Intelligence is only 3. They need conditioning, so I hear you. Okay, day 3. You're all able to get through this. Storm will not let up. In fact, the thunder, is still raging ahead, above rather. I'm not going to make you do deck saves today because it's just more of the same. You kind of figured out how to navigate all that. You make it your 3rd day through the valley. You're halfway through. Yeah, uneventful. So you all set up shop again. Leadrin, did you want to hunt at all for any food or goods or anything? Or do you want to stick with rations for now? Since it's so rainy and muddy.
It would be hard to track if it's muddy and rainy. I mean, I'll try if we're like getting low.
Yeah, go for it. Make a survival check if you would.
I have a quick question.
Oh, what's up, Feyora?
Is it before or after Marchier's, however you say it, 15th?
Yeah. Yep. Maybe, let's see, 4th. Alright, you made your... right, because you did have 2 weeks of travel to get here. So, yes it would be. The 21st now. Oh, happy spring, everybody! Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
And today is March 21st.
Oh,
Like in real
Skully,
life.
Yay! We're
Look
doing
at
it.
that.
New moon and the spring equinox. Insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Ooh. Okay, sorry. What'd you get, Laedrin?
26.
Oh, yeah. While the rain washes away a lot of the scents and other things, the mud has been great for tracking anything local. So you spend maybe like an hour out there hunting, but I'm gonna say you return with at least 4 small game, and that's plenty of meat. You get some berries, nuts, berries, the usual other stuff as well. Meat's gonna last you 4 days, and the nuts and berries can get you up to a week. So you can add a week of rations if everyone wants. If you're tracking it anyway in your inventory. I'm not super uptight about like rations a day. When it's gone, you die, or anything like that. So don't worry too much. Okay, setting up camp night 3. How's Tuna feeling?
How is Tuna feeling?
Nice. The swelling's gone down, and you don't feel nauseous anymore. Like, all the walking and everything has really, gotten that out of your system.
Okay. Cool. I do want to. How are my flowers looking? I know it's been like 2 days, but I don't know how
Oh.
quickly they're flowing.
It's certainly enough time to know that they are surviving and seem to be doing well. I imagine, you kind of probably have a way to like get them. Well, I guess it really isn't much sunlight, but whatever's getting through the storm and water as well.
I'll cast like a light spell on them if they start looking like they need a little burning
Nice.
up kind of thing.
Okay.
I can't do nature magic-y stuff, but I can help a little bit, and I'm determined to do this myself because I see Laedrin like eyeing them one day, and I'm like,
I got this. Yeah, that's awesome.
sorry, I don't mean to like.
No, that's accurate. So you're good. You're good.
Thinks they see Laedrin eyeing them, anyways.
Nice.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
I
Mhm.
want to give my pressure point training another shot.
Oh, okay, go for it. You set the stuff back up. I think it'll probably you can do an athletics or acrobatics tonight, either or, whichever way you want.
Great. Because it was not going to be pretty if we did another athletics. 12.
Okay. I mean, it's an adequate amount of training. You do well. There's some improvement. Every time you do it, it's adding to your muscle memory, and that's important. So I'd say it's a pretty solid bit of training.
I also just want to be like sitting around when everyone's there and kind of like hold on to Skully,
Yeah.
but just kind of like away from everyone. I can't reiterate that enough.
Several inches away from everyone. Got it.
Produce flame is like
like a foot away from everyone, not a couple of inches. Thank
Just
you.
like a foot, like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm on
Yeah.
the other
We're-
side
no,
of the
like-
fire.
Yeah, we'll do that. Just as far away as it needs to
Okay.
be. But she's just gonna try and like while
20
holding
feet.
on. Perfect. Sure. Whatever it takes. But friends. Good. No biting.
I imagine everyone stood up around a campfire, so it's maybe like a good 5 to 7 feet, 5 to 8 feet between each of you. So something like that, Feyora, where you're not like,
As
right
long
in
as he's
people's.
not right there
Okay.
to bite them. I don't want him biting people.
Gotcha. Yeah, make a fresh animal handling check. Add 3 to it.
Gregory's
Oh
just
my God.
eyeing this spire.
You can do it with advantage, Feyora, because of the conditional training of crap food.
Okay.
No rations.
Let me math. And you said +3.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a 17.
Okay. Billy does a few pauses, like looks back at you and them, and then looks at you, like bangs out, like questioning, bangs in. Looks at the next person, bangs out, yeah, bangs in. Okay, and it seems to get the get the idea. Like, all right, no fangs, not biting. Seems to for today be doing well.
We will give him a good bug. Yummy
condition.
bug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give him
with
little
Gil. Yeah, with Gil, I remember the pet store owner saying that Gil has a slight, like, powder effect, or he's not, or
Yes.
they're not old enough yet to.
Oops. Let me see. I'm pretty sure they can do that right now.
Oh, sick.
Let me pull up the old bookmark. There we are. Boop. Okay. Oh my. Right. Let's see. Where is your magic razzle dazzle here? Yeah, okay. That's just something I sprinkled in then. Yes, so they have like a little mist almost. They don't do it all the time, but they can. They seem to do it when they're happy. But the shop owner said they can do it on command too, and it has sort of like a misty sprinkles that go behind them. Unless you were talking about one of their actual skills.
I was wondering if I remember, is it just an effect that happens when they fly around, or if did it do? I'm trying to recall. Does it do something?
That
If that's
and
a
it's-
skill, then.
Uh, That's just
I
some
don't know.
the way that they sort of metabolize magic leaves these little crystalline things that shine. So
Okay.
they do it sometimes when they're happy. They do it when they fly, but they can do it on command if you ever want. It's like fairy dust that you can collect.
Absolutely. Yeah, then no, I don't. I'm not going to become a pageant mom with my precious gill to on command to on
Sprinkle,
command
Gil,
glow for
sprinkle.
people.
Amazing. Let me see what else they have. They have the invisibility, superior invisibility, and the limited telepathy is something that they'll grow into.
Okay.
And magic resistance. And then they can do dancing lights, which is one of the ones that Gil did at the pet store.
Yeah.
Mimic
Then
that.
yeah, then I think just to keep our bond up, I think we're just I also have dancing lights. So I think I'm just gonna just a little bit every night just play with them with each of us casting like dancing light tag.
Nice. Oh, that's adorable.
Oh my god.
Yes, a Gil at first, takes a little bit of whatever the first night might be to kind of get the gist of what's going on, but then it becomes like a super fun game for Gil. And, it's like changing the shapes and chasing you back and forth. I'm gonna say let's give you some time to kind of backtrack that and maybe say you've been doing it a bit for the journey.
Well, I wanted to start it now. Seeing
Okay.
how Feyora is putting into training, I have never had a pet. Wistful. Just a little pain right there. But because I'm also thinking of future spells to maybe dabble in, and if I have a bond with Gil, maybe something will come from it.
I love it.
Could Gregory like just hop over and watch the pretty dancing lights because
Absolutely.
Faye and Faye like
Yes, Gregory can join
buddies?
in.
He doesn't know spells except to fire things, but he just wants to dance.
We also are chasing them like a laser point.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no, that's amazing. Okay, yeah. So you get to first night, and by the end of your training session tonight, Bill's really gotten excited about it. Now doing a little chasing. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna keep that open. Okay. Anything else for tonight? No.
Oh.
You're all able to get set up for the night. Tents set. I am going to do watches tonight. Let's see what else is going on tonight. Tuna, as you get settled in and shrink the girls down, they join you. They shake off outside. You're like, huh? outside shake.
I learned my lesson last time.
That's right. They shake off outside and come on in, and they run over and lick your hand a bit, and kind of like playfully hop about things in the tent. And they go over again to your shield. They've been a little drawn to your shield the past couple of nights, and they do a little sniff on it. A whimper. Up at you.
Kind of... I mean, I can't really talk to animals, but I'll be like, what's wrong? Like,
Scratch on the shield.
huh. Okay. I feel like Tuna's intelligence is 8. I feel like they haven't picked up on anything yet, so... I'm just like, that's weird. Okay, cool. They just move on. Sorry, I don't mean to like...
No, I love it.
Whatever story thing you're throwing at me.
Play it perfectly as Tuna. That's A-okay. That's... There's zero expectation when things go out. Do however you like. Okay. So first watch tonight. Who wants to... I guess I'll Leofar do that, because I think... Are Dee and Tuna all set now, or do you still have one all set?
We are good, because we had that last one where we didn't do the watches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. Do you want to do a watch tonight, Tuna, or Leofar's A-okay to do theirs?
I will do a watch.
Hey. Leofar wants to do the first one. Tuna, do you want second or third?
I'm used to taking third, so I'll take third.
Okay. Feyora and Laedrin, one of you can do, or both if you want to do. Yeah? Okay. A joint second
Yeah.
watch. Cool.
Buddy watch.
Get drunk.
Nice.
Kidding. Joke.
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
I made so much sunset mead right before we like went on our travels. So,
Excellent.
but no, I'm not gonna do that because
That could be another night. Not
That
when
would
you're
be
supposed to be
bad.
watching.
Yeah.
yeah,
That would be not good.
yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so first watch is Leofar. Okay, it seems to go smoothly. Nothing going down. Leofar comes over probably to your tent, Feyora, because you know they've already approached your tent before. Hello, Feyora. Sorry. It's time to change watch.
I'm not.
Okay.
She'll come out, not with Skully on her face this
Okay.
time. But
She's already like 10 feet back. Okay. Oh, good. The rain's not letting up, and but I didn't hear or see anything. I'm saying, so far so good. Thank you.
thank you.
Hmm,
She's gonna go hurry over to Laedrin to wake her up.
nice. All right. Yeah, Leofar goes to sleep. Yeah, go ahead and how do you get Leadrin?
Wake up!
Good. I know, like, Leadrin would be like, can you do this, like, not so aggressively? But she knows that Feyora is never going to change, so. Fine.
Nice.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory's like all looking sleepy, too.
Oh, little chibi arms rubbing eyes.
No.
Nice.
Yes.
You found another, trail side area in the trees here. Yeah. It's mind you, that half-inch of water seeps into a lot of the tent, so you've got like stuff in the bottom of your tent to like prevent it from going into your blankets and stuff. You head outside, and the two of you begin watch. You can each roll a perception check, or one of you can give the other advantage.
I'm gonna give Laedrin advantage. Pressure's on you.
It
I'm
is
sorry.
Why? Why?
Yeah, she did this real quick. Like,
Okay, listen. No pressure. It's fine. It's okay, one of them was cocked, but it was cocked like more towards a nat 20, but just in case, I still rolled pretty good on the other one.
Okay.
So that's a 23.
23. Okay. So, nothing. Thankfully. Nothing out there. Still a bit hard to see in here. But no sights or sounds of any creatures approaching your campsite. There's plenty out there in the woods, but just nothing getting too close here. But as you step out, as you're navigating around, you make the patrol a few times, and towards the end of your shift, you notice that this is the ground here is just extra muddy. There's a little more water than there was during the day, and it's just getting really, really uncomfortable. Like the tarps beneath your blankets might not be enough if this keeps up.
Could I make a nature check
Mhm.
to see if this
for?
is, if it's like a natural thing or if it's more magic based?
Sure.
Yeah. We're good. We're doing great. Okay. 17.
17. Yeah. I mean, it's uncomfortable, but the storm's been going on for a few days. You are in the very middle now of the valley at the end of day 3, and this is what happens. It's not. Gosh, with the 17, you see that there is at least another inch of water on the ground, so it's starting to collect a bit. Plenty of higher areas as you walk around and stuff, little tiny hills and things like that. But it's common with this sort of topographical area.
Just the sky's leaking a little more than normal. That's cool.
Yeah, you might have to look for like a little, where the ground kind of goes up a little bit for the next night if this persists to kind of stay up off of that water.
Okay. Going to relay that to Feyora, like we're gonna get soaked.
Okay.
Okay. So higher ground tomorrow night would
Water.
probably be a really good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
We could do tree houses. That'd be fun.
That's amazing. Absolutely. Except I don't have a flying broom, and I'm not a fan of falling and breaking my neck. But every other part of that.
The
Okay,
sleeping sounds
fair.
good.
Yeah. Maybe if it was going to be more than one night, and we had time to make it secure.
One day I'll have a tree house.
Oh.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
Little insight to poor Laedrin's dreams shattering.
Yep. It's fine.
Hey. How did the two of you wake Tuna up?
Not aggressive.
Well, then I guess
Yeah.
the noise out. I was, okay. I had an intrusive thought and was like, ooh, send Skully in. But
No.
You
I
tell
wasn't
that
going
intrusive
to.
stuff to hush.
I am, yeah. Especially since Tuna's the worst person to do that to, because they've already suffered at the hands or
Of death.
Dia might
Right,
be worse to do that
I'm
too.
sorry.
True.
I'm just not. I wasn't going to. I just also needed to express that was a thought.
The
in my
intrusive
brain.
thought happened and it
Yeah,
existed.
I-
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't tell Skully, but Tuna would really want to.
I totally respect that. Mhm.
Amazing.
I think Feyora would just stay sitting at the campfire while Leadrin goes and wakes up.
You're letting Leadrin wake Tuna up?
Yeah, well, she's
Yeah.
come around aggressively, and I don't know
Yeah.
another way to wake people up. So
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, no. Like, Laedrin is going to make sure the next time she wakes up Feyora, it's going to be the most chaotic, obnoxious, aggressive way.
Grow a
Ever.
tree under the tent. Yeah.
Stop
it.
it!
no, don't give her ideas.
How's that
I
for a
love
tree
it
house?
so
Time for your
much.
shift. Yeah.
Can I
Scene
do
in
that?
Parent Trap where you just put her on the air mattress and just float her out.
Yes! Oh my god. I need to find the spell that can do
like
that.
an early
Amazing.
2000s camp movie. Is that what this is?
I love it.
I love
Okay,
it.
yeah,
It's
so
amazing.
Leadrin, have you wake up Tuna? Sorry.
I'm going to continue to test out, at first, my telepathy skills.
Oh,
Yeah, like, they can't respond,
okay.
but Laedrin can at least telepathically be like, it's your turn. Wake up. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. I've heard that somewhere.
The disembodied
And-
voice tells you.
Yeah.
And you're
You're going to wake up at the sound of my voice.
you open your eyes and the girls are just watching.
You want to be in a treehouse with Laedrin.
I'm still like half asleep, just like staring at the girls like, is that you? Like I'm genuinely convinced that this is the girl speaking to me at this point, and I'm just like, and I kind of wake up a little bit more and I go, right, okay, and I like get my stuff, head outside.
Beautiful.
Did that work? Did that work?
Yeah, I think that's the least terrifying wake up I've had.
Yay!
Yeah, I didn't jump this time. And normally I'm like, ooh.
Amazing. Love it.
Beautiful.
Well, it's very wet.
Yeah, I see that.
It's covering the tops of your boots, basically at this point. So wet socks for sure and such. But okay, go ahead, Tuna. Make a perception check for your watch.
Can I
Leadrin.
have?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, please
Can
go.
I have the girls awake with me and also kind of keeping an eye out?
Yes, absolutely. You can have the girls do perception check with like if there's a well, I don't know if there's a giant dog. I will get you stats for the girls. How about you roll with advantage for now?
Okay.
Till I get that.
Ooh. That's a 24.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so safe and sound. Thank goodness. Again, you notice brought to your attention, of course, by Laedrin there. Just the water, the ick factor. It's at night. It still gets pretty chilly, around freezing, and it's just uncomfortable. But you're 2/3 of the way or so, or I guess 3/5, right? 3/5 of the way through. So, nice, safe watch. Yeah, you're able to head back. Leadrin, you went to sleep. You went back to sleep, right, for the rest of your 8 hours. Oh no, you don't have to because you're also an elf. So, did you stay up with Feyora?
Probably. I mean, Laedrin would have been up.
Mm-hmm.
If Feyora was up, she would probably be with Feyora, like
Okay.
doing Phoenix chess
Oh, nice.
or whatever they want, like
Yeah.
whatever's gonna happen.
Feyora's training Skully to play Phoenix chess. Is that
No.
what we're
No,
oh no.
no,
I'm just
we're
kidding.
No.
No.
Laedrin will be in your own tent.
I still can't convince him not to fight my friends. We're not gonna
Yeah.
do the next step up to Phoenix chess.
Amazing.
He just becomes a chess grandmaster.
Yeah, leaves the party. Skully's got his own life now.
No, don't leave the party.
No. It's
Awesome.
amazing.
All right, yeah, so next day, y'all wake up. So Dia, you know right away, because, sensitivity to, like, the outdoors and all the crap that it brings. You're like, there's more, ugh. This is gross.
Still raining? Ugh. Okay. Something I would like to do. I would like to try and cook breakfast because everyone always does watches, and so I'd like to contribute somehow. So
Oh, I
I'd
love
like to.
that. Yeah, you've got plenty. You got the fresh meat still. Some of that's left, and the fresh ingredients plus ration and seasonings. So, I typically do these in two parts. There is, let me see. There's an intelligence-based check, but let me see what would fit this best. I usually have like an intelligence roll to kind of conceptualize,
Yes.
and then a dexterity roll to like execute.
Okay.
But I'm just going to take a quick peek and see if there's a skill that I can add this to in case you have proficiency. I prefer to do it that way if possible. Don't know if there's any.
I'm also totally fine if it not. This is probably the first time Dia has ever cooked. She is a single woman, so eating out is her constant in the city.
Laedrin is a silent foodie. Like that's part of her like backstory-ish.
Silent foodie.
Yeah, silent foodie. Like,
Closeted foodie, like you don't, yeah.
very
don't tell
like she can hunt, she can cook, she can make tea.
On a soup.
She'd be totally willing to help Dia.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you see Dia setting up, and Dia, you're okay with the help?
Absolutely.
Nice. All right. Yeah, Legion, you see Dia setting up. And if you wanted to, role play that out at all. If not, I'll move on to the roles.
Like,
What
okay.
you doing?
Well, I've been feeling a little less than useless, especially since the last time that we all camped together. I had a bit of a. I want to contribute. I just don't have the skill set of which to do so when we're outside of a populated city. So I wanted to try and cook something for everyone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I do know heat would be involved to make it edible, and that is the extent of my knowledge.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, it would be wise to make sure things are cooked through, so we're not vomiting all day. Yes.
The two of you kind of cover the basics. And with Legion probably like giving you, being your backup. And letting you kind of choose your course. So, do you go ahead and make it? This is just going to be an intelligence check.
Okay, okay.
Roll. And this is just to see the conception.
So 16.
That's really good. Okay, excellent. And then that's going to affect the difficulty challenge for the next roll. So it's good that it got high. Dex check, please. For
Okay.
Nimble maneuvering.
You got this.
Okay, so 12, 34, 14.
Beautiful. You make a better, definitely better than average. This is a pretty good, I would put it at like a professional, like a home cook, that does really well in the home. It's great.
I'm so proud.
Yep, you almost feel this like under the tarpaulin section as your rain's pattering on top and pouring off the edges. But it's just some semblance of like civilization have like nicely prepared food.
Thank you so much, Laedrin.
I'm so proud. It was amazing. See, anybody can cook. It's a learning curve to get it right. So you're doing great.
Thank you. It's very different than I don't know, seeing so many people perform different types of magic. It's very different having always been able to do it. I don't find it as impressive as I did this. Like just pointing to the meal. This has always been more impressive to me. So I'm very glad to be able to know that I can do it.
I mean, you are impressive though. Like, as a whole, I can't. Your lightning abilities scare me in like a good way. You have better people skills than I do. You can run a business. You can haggle your way through a lot of shit. Like, don't cut yourself short. This is just another skill that you can add to your little book. So.
I guess when it's laid out. It sounds more impressive coming from someone else than when I try to convince myself. I don't know why that is.
No, I get that.
Let's show everyone.
Okay.
Leadrin, you head off to get everyone. Your mind has been so consumed with like a very careful preparation of measurements and watching like how long things are cooking and making sure all the timing's right between all the different things to get it together, that now that the food is made and it's delicious and your mind comes to rest, you realize how badly you have to pee. And with that, we'll take our bio break.
Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know, take about a 10-minute bio break. We seem to operate a little quicker here because we're so eager to get back. But we allow for 10 minutes, so we'll keep our audio hot, but we'll have our BRB screen up. So chat with us if you want, and we'll catch you about 10 minutes. Okay.
I think that was Shay throwing at staff. Is all I'm saying. Okay, BRB.
Oh no. No, that was the other campaigns that I've done. He'd always come back at like more than 10. Me often. Single mom who works 2 jobs. Idea started saying something about not having pets, or was it cooking? I forget, but it triggered that in my head. Hmm? Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. What's that?
I have not.
Really?
Mm-hmm. True
I
story.
feel like there's something in genetics that can make you more prone to that. I think like 23andMe was saying that.
I don't care what 23andMe has to say because they couldn't extract any DNA from my saliva. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Bummer.
So there's the tea.
Hmm. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Hmm. I'm gonna go to Crystalbrooke soon. I have a bunch of magic shops, not magic shops, but like super mundane magical items, so that I don't load everyone up with actual magic items, that feel earned. But that and adventure items and random items. There's so much cool stuff. Alright, what am I even in here? This. Boop. A single mom that works 2 jobs. Okie dokie. Zoom. I wanna do this in a zoom, zoom, zoom. Boom, boom. Message. Shame on me. Uh-huh. Sweet, delicious crackers and cheese. That's for me.
Alright, I'm here with my hyperfixation of the week to share with you all.
Mm.
It is
Go on.
It's a new farming sim that
Oh.
just released off of early access recently. It's called Sunhaven,
Go on
ironically.
again.
I was playing during the early access.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
I didn't play it in the early access because I don't know. I never picked it up.
yeah.
It's good?
I'm obsessed.
Mm.
It's so good. It's like Stardew Valley, but a lot more adventure-y.
Oh.
Serena's probably played much more than me.
Now that with the early access, you were only able to get through like one season because it kind of stopped. Like the quest lines kind of stopped after like the first season, but now that it's explored a lot more, I'm just I'm just having tons like because with Stardew Valley, I did not like going into the caves and the mines
Me
and
neither.
stuff.
Mhm.
But with
I love that part.
everyone's got different parts that they like. But with this one, I don't know. I maybe it's because I like the monsters a little bit more in Sunhaven.
It feels
But
more dynamic than just swing at this thing.
and there's more ways to fight too. Like you can be a mage and you can like different kinds of elements that you want to fight, and like you can do sharpshooting and the classic sword and board. It's a lot of fun, and you can be different types of creatures too. Like I've just spent so much time designing so many kinds of characters.
Oh man.
And you can get
My
married in festivals? Sorry, go ahead.
no. My solo character is an elf that uses a crossbow.
Nice.
Because you get a 10% damage bonus if you play an
Nice.
elf with a crossbow, and then I also just kind of throw fireball at things if I need to.
What game? What is this?
Sunhaven.
Sunhaven, I just watched the trailer and it looks magical too, like the aesthetic.
So magical.
The one that looks like Stardew Valley?
Yes.
Yes. It's on my list, but I just downloaded Solasta. It's like playing D&D 5e, but virtually.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
It's
Was it online co-op? Oh my gosh.
Yes, up to
New
8.
stream? What?
Up to 8 people.
What? Once I get my new adapter, there's so many games that I want to download and play.
Nice.
It's a little glitchy, but like, it's still fun.
Be
And the
prepared.
music's like pretty good.
Oh, I had that muted because it'll stream it. Well, be prepared to be harassed to play co-op with me, everybody.
It's 100%. I have a little demon in my co-op playthrough with one of my friends. He has an angel and I have a demon. It's hysterical.
Amazing.
What's the?
Demon.
Can
That
you
is
send
so
the name of the
cool.
game in the chat? I have not heard of it.
I want to say it's on my wish list because my husband sent it to me and he's like, I think you're going to like this one because you like farming simulators, but this also looks like magical
Epically
shit.
magical with the monsters and
Yes.
festivals and the wedding look pretty. And
Oh,
all
so
the. Okay, sorry.
The
Okay.
Solasta Crown of the Magister.
Yes, that's
Yes. And you get so it's the base game, but in order to unlock like half orcs and druid and barbarian classes, you have to get everything except for like the supporter pack because
Gotcha.
It's currently on sale for $40.54. So.
Oh.
Solasta?
For the
No,
entire
I got it
collection.
for. Is it the spring sale still happening?
Yeah.
I got it for 14 and then 21. Wait. 21 plus 14. Yeah, 35. So everything should be 35.
Interesting.
That's including the DLCs.
And
I'll-
cheaper to not get the bundle then.
Yeah.
Either way, sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
That's okay. I'm putting this back.
Oh, okay.
That's exciting.
Hmm.
Okie dokie, we are back. Let's see. I think that wraps up for tonight. Nothing happened on.
Well, we're making breakfast.
Yes, you made breakfast. So the rest of you get called around to find, of course, that Thea made breakfast with Laedrin's assistance. That smells great.
I hope you all enjoy.
Excuse me.
It smells and looks amazing.
I'm so excited. Tuna's like digging in.
Nice. Okay. Well, y'all feel a little bit. Oh, good.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I think this might be the best food I've had on this entire trip.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You have to start having Dia cook for us every day.
I would be happy to. You all, you all do so much.
Beautiful.
She's feeding little bits to Skully.
Like
Excellent.
fighting with the girls to not let them get any.
Yeah. They just kind of sit and give you that
Yeah.
look, you know, from.
I give you that look 3 times over.
Gosh, it's even harder to resist.
Awesome. Okay, so on to the 4th day. Right, you have nice full bellies after that delicious, very enriching meal. Pack everything up. Tuna, your spider bites, healed totally. There's a couple, the little marks stay for a little bit, but like there's no swelling, no pain, it's all healed up. Aside of that, no surprises from that. Yeah. And you all begin traveling on the 4th day. Thunder continuing to boom, lightning cracking overhead. There's been consistent lightning and thunder, but every so often it cracks overhead, and passes on. It seems to just sort of be rumbling about. You begin traveling, and you're making decent time considering there's, a good bit of rain. There's probably 3 or 4 inches through most of the trail, across the trail portion where you're traveling. Around noon, or just around midday. Can I have everyone make a quick perception check at midday here at day 4?
No, you may not.
Dia, what'd you get?
A 10, so a double digit.
Okay, nice. Feyora, how about you?
Also 10.
Interesting. Okay. Laedrin?
I rolled a nat 1,
Woo!
so that makes 8.
Alright. Alright, Tuna?
Probably on her broom, by the way.
24.
Just like,
Yeah, you wouldn't notice anyway. You'd be on your mind. 24 for Tuna?
24, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It's just that around midday, everyone notices the wind picking up. It hasn't been super windy so far, just little tiny baby gusts here and there. But around midday, the wind really starts picking up and whipping. It's starting to drive the rain almost horizontally, so it's getting up to like 40, 50 miles an hour. And by this time, it's been happening so slowly, it's been hard to kind of pick up on. But the trees themselves are starting to bend and sway really far. And Tuna, you're the one that notices specifically that you're walking in about a half a foot of water now, about 6 inches of water across the trail here in the valley that you're treading through. It's just the storm seems to be getting a little bit worse with that wind and driven rain picking up. But that's all. Just wanted to put that out there.
We may want to find somewhere higher up I know Laedrin had mentioned last night finding somewhere higher up to sleep tonight.
Why is it raining so much? Is this, I mean, is this normal for this part of the region? I only asked just because, I mean, twice now we've seen. Was it twice? Am I imagining? How many like unnatural storms have we seen? Is it twice or am I making up one? I remember seeing
Unnatural
one on the
storms?
boat.
You
Well,
saw one
not
on the
the
boat.
unnatural.
Yeah.
Yeah, the massive roiling like
Yeah,
living
yeah.
storm.
I think that's it. 'Cause that's kind
Just
of
the
rare.
ones, okay.
But you know, I think Leadrin from a roll the 17 you had, Leadrin, I think, with your nature. You would have known that
I think so.
that it's not. I mean, it's probably not a super common occurrence, but because it's the valley and it's been raining a lot, it's kind of bound to happen. But it is an awful lot of rain, but not outside of the realm of nature, certainly.
This isn't like magical Nithrana wind like last time we had a bunch of wind.
Yeah, Laedrin or Tuna. Oh, Laedrin, you can make a fresh nature check to see if there's anything magical, and Tuna, you can make an Arcana or nature check. Or survival.
It's not gonna go well either way. Oh, or survival?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
And
you.
Laedrin, yours can be nature or survival.
Okay.
What'd you get, Tuna?
23.
Ooh, nice, okay. And Laedrin?
17 survival.
17. So, Laedrin, with yours, you can tell there's really nothing magical. It's, again, a lot of rain for this area, but you're in a bowl, right? You're in the valley, so it's just sort of bound to happen, and that's what you find with your 17. With the 24, Tuna?
23.
23? Yeah, thankfully you can tell there's no presence behind this, because that did feel natural when it's around, but this doesn't feel the same. There isn't like, you viscerally remember that nature is sort of like, what's the word? Oh man, like in its, not death throes, but like in that racking itself one way or the other, trying to, freaking out over something. This seems very consistent. The wind's coming from the same direction. It's just forceful. Definitely not, as you were specifically looking to like kind of energy. Definitely not that. Okay. So you push on. You're only a day and a half or so away from the other end of this valley anyway. You continue through. By evening, you're, let's see, for most of you, this is up mid-shin. It's about a foot deep by evening across this trail. And there are the rises in the forest off, it's evening time, so you're probably looking for a place to set up camp. And you do see some spots, there's, little hills and variation here. So you do find a spot that seems to be, up off the water a bit. By like an extra foot, it's like 2 feet up, a foot off the top of the water. Water being about a foot deep here, if you want to set up camp tonight.
I think that would be best.
Nice. Okay, so you set up camp. Anything you want to roleplay before heading to bed, or is everyone trying to just like, ooh, let's get to bed and we'll get out of here?
When we're setting up, I just literally just lay the shield down because the girls have been like so into it recently.
Yeah.
I just lay it down and just let them do their thing, like in the middle of the camp.
They take turns holding it in their mouths and run around with it and set it down, and you see them every so often. You see them like using one of their noses or muzzles to kind of flip it up against a tree or something, and they seem to kind of like kind of like carefully look at and then run around and play with it some more.
Feyora just kind of says, "Yeah, they've been really into it recently. I have no clue what's going on. Do dogs do this? I've never had a dog."
I can
Like,
ask.
They've been into this specifically?
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know. They never really cared about the shield. It's just been on this trip, I feel like, that they've just in the past couple days.
We're gonna gloss over that Leadrin said
Yeah,
that.
no,
you
Laedrin,
can-
I'm coming back to that.
I
Don't
was
worry. We're circling
It's
back.
like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, go for it. I would appreciate it.
Dan, do I know if the girls are a beast, or is it
Yeah,
like an actual?
You know that, yeah.
Okay.
They thankfully fall under the brain.
Okay, good. Then I will ritually cast Speak with the Animals.
Hey,
So give me like 10 minutes to like, probably like give them little scritches and
here, please set out your components so they don't get wet and ruined during your ritual. Yeah, and you cast a spell, and the girls, Tuna, do you just ask the girls to come up and like sit and or anything?
Yeah, I'll just get them to kind of try to behave for a little bit.
Nice. Put the shield down and kind of look between Tuna and Laedrin, but you cast the spell, Laedrin.
hi.
And look at your face.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Adorable. I'm Laedrin, now that we can officially chat.
Hi.
Oh, question. What's with the shield? Is everything okay?
They take it and pick it up and pass it to you, like hold it out to you. And let go. It's like a slobbery shield.
Bros, okay, but
Friend. Friend.
friend?
Friend.
Am I supposed to like, oh my god, is this a frisbee now? Do you want me to? Is that what you're
Girlfriend?
concerned?
You play.
Okay. She'll just try to like not like swing it because no, it's heavy, but like lightly toss it.
I don't know. They go over and grab it and bring it back. Set it down. Friend.
Oh, yes, friend. So is that all that this is like a toy?
They put a paw up on your shoulder, one clonky. Friend. And then they put it down on the shield. Friend.
Okay. Tuna. I think the girls want you to play with your shield and them. Like, maybe, like, toss it? Or if you don't want to toss it. But they're very interested in this as a toy.
Interesting. Okay.
And we're now
yeah.
friends,
Oh, good.
apparently.
And I'll just go like pick the shield up and just like you wanna play, and just kind of toss it a little bit like a frisbee.
They give her a chase and put it back down. This time at your feet, Tuna. Friend. And nuzzle it with their nose over to you.
Okay. Sure. And I'll just keep playing with them, I guess.
They'll put right, because they can convey like their loose thoughts. So they pause at one point. They put a paw on Laedrin, and put a paw on Tuna, best friend, and then put a paw on the shield, friend.
I love them so much. Okay, Tuna, they love you. They called you best friend. I'm
Sweet.
friend. The shield is now a friend. So.
The shield is a friend.
I
They
guess.
put their paw on it again.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume like in a sense of like toy friend, or maybe not.
I'll pull, because I had toys for them. So I'll pull like their rope or something out
Oh.
and just kind of be like, friend.
They kind of their three faces kind of tip a little. Boy.
Oh. Okay, I'm misinterpreting everything. I'm sorry, I haven't dealt with a three-headed, beautiful creature such as yourself.
Friend, put their paw on you again.
I'm just imagining it's just like a weighted
Yeah, you're gonna
paw
have a
every
bruise.
time. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so it's not a toy. They know the difference. They keep referring to the shield as a friend. Is let's see. Laedrin's gonna ask the girls, or she's gonna be like, person friend? And touch the shield. Person?
Let me do like, roll for them.
I feel like this depends on which head is answering how smart they are.
Yeah. Let me roll the D. Yeah, let's see what you
No, I'm kidding. Oh, God.
Oh, where's the
You get patience, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet?
no.
They're sweet, the girl.
They're so cute.
My baby.
Person on your shoulder, and Tuna, person. Kind of have like a like they put their hand on that.
Okay. Laedrin will turn to Tuna. I'm not sure if my question made sense. Is your shield just a shield?
I mean, as far as I know, I got it a while back and it's always been just normal.
She'll turn to Feyora. You see things.
Shit haunted.
That's I'm thinking there's something inside.
Oh god, okay. Well, in that case, I guess I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. You know what? Let me ask you to do a history check with advantage first, if you don't mind.
God. Oh,
Can
I'm
I?
so good at
Oh
that.
no, I can't.
It's a 13.
Okay. Let me look up something really quick.
I'm proficient in history, but I don't know if I can help them with this.
-1. Oh my goodness. I want to say, yeah, okay. So just before you cast the spell, you remember with a 13. This wasn't long ago. You're searching your ring for anything like, I mean, you've had the shield for a while now. Certainly never had anything, aside from the sentimental value, particularly remarkable about the shield itself. But your mind catches on something that happened recently. When the Nathrana and everyone's auras glowed, your shield had a slight yellow aura to it.
Yep.
But if you'd like to cast, what was the spell again?
Detect magic, just to see if it is magical. I don't have identify, so.
Absolutely.
I might, hold on. Do I have identify? I might be able to cast it in the morning, or I can cast it right now.
Oh.
I do not.
Okay.
That is not a cleric spell.
All right.
What are you looking for?
Identify?
Just to see if I have it. I don't have it prepared. I don't think that's a druid thing.
think it's more arcane than divine. To borrow terms from 3.5.
All right. Well, with detect magic,
Mm.
there's a few magic items in the group that ping. They kind of, I think it shines like a little beacon, like a little light. Things light up. And indeed, your shield lights up.
Oh. Oh. And I just kind of turn it around to the group and go, it's magical. I didn't know it was magical. Oh, God. Okay.
The girls are saying friend. Is it a, like...
And it did the glowing thing. When, you know who showed up. It was like yellow.
Oh.
Oh.
I do want to again point out that it wasn't actually you know who. Just
But we don't say their name.
Right.
Right.
But that doesn't make the magic any less not like that we didn't see.
That's true. That's true.
And we all had some, or I don't know, I was only paying attention to my aura and I was concerned, but that's fine. I only have dispel magic. I don't know if that's what you want.
Just in case it's good haunted. Let's keep it for now.
I think that's wise.
Oh, School of
Yes.
Abjuration, by the way. I think detect magic gives you the school.
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
I mean, there isn't really a skill for ghosts. I was just wondering if there's anything I could roll, like having experience with ghosts.
Ghost check.
Ghost check.
Jeez.
Could you, ooh. Sorry.
No.
Finish that first. I'm thinking detect thoughts. I don't know if that would work on a shield. If it was a living thing.
I mean, you're welcome to try that, Laedrin. And Feyora, I guess you could do maybe just a straight wisdom check. See if you sense anything.
None of the dice I'm using today like me.
No.
That's a 3.
Yeah, no, it's you know, you feel silly after a few seconds of like trying to focus on the shield. You want it? It's just a shield. It feels like a magic shield. Leadrin, did you have, what were you gonna try? Detect thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. I get that once a day. Let's try it. It's probably not going to do anything, but we're going to try.
This would be like the spell. If it was a person, it would be like surface thoughts, right?
Thoughts of certain creatures. Wait. Yeah. Surface thoughts, yes.
Yeah, you try and read the shield for some thoughts. Nothing seems to pop in your mind.
Cool. Well, I don't think it's a living entity that I'm aware of.
Okay. I want to try one more thing. I know we kind of said it may not be a creature, but it might be.
Right. Yeah.
Can I cast command on my shield?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Have some.
I want to cast command, and I want to do the command reveal.
Deal. Right.
Because it's just a one word, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw, I guess. I don't know how that would work,
Okay.
but there is something. Oh, but it has no effect if the target is undead, doesn't understand your language. So.
Yeah,
That's
I
relevant.
think if you were to cast command and do reveal, there's sort of a tense few seconds, but nothing seems to.
Okay. Had to try.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
On my
Alright.
detect thoughts, I can probe deeper. I was
Yeah,
reading
you
because
can.
that spell is like a mile long.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
But
go and push deeper if
it
you want.
is.
It's a save for if there's
Wisdom.
a creature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you probe deeper. You've like scanners. You don't like really focus on the shield. Too dated a reference. I'm sorry. You push in on the shield and no thoughts. Text doesn't seem to be.
We're just
Could
going all in on this poor shield.
well, yes, I'm very, very intrigued at this point. Could I turn back to the girls and ask, because I think that spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
What kind of friend? And she'll put her hand on the shield.
Fun.
Oh
And
no.
then another one, another head, looks and barks. Loyal. We, I'm trying to think of how much they can put together. Give me a super quick sec to check the spell, because I don't want to shortchange you if they can talk more than. I think it's basic thoughts. If you have the spell up, let me know.
Yeah.
If-
Ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. The knowledge and awareness is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, they can give you information about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We played toy and played more toy. And then the other one of the other heads, then friend. They're playing a lot. And then patience, like, friend. Yeah.
Your buddy.
They're good. They talk a lot.
Okay. Her face is like, what? Huh? Hmm? Like all these expressions. Adrian will turn to Tuna. Oh, she's a bunch of little yelps.
Yeah.
Buddy. Tuna. The girls say, I guess it started out as a toy, then a friend, a fun, loyal friend, and it talks. And I don't know what that means if I can't detect any thoughts.
Is my dog attuned to my shield?
Is that a thing that can happen?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
You do get the feeling that it was, their regular interaction, the amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like a
no,
timid.
I
Yeah.
figured.
Okay.
The concept of a dog attuning to a shield is very good to me.
I love it.
Huh. This is starting to make my head hurt. I might just think on this more later on. Thank you, Laedrin, so much.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I can do it whenever.
I'll just kind of scratch the girls and get ready for bed.
Nice. Right. They do the same. They cuddle up with you, but they make sure they put one paw around the shield. Um, yeah. Anything for anyone else tonight, or are you all just trying to stay, out of the rain and up out of the water? Get some sleep.
I think sometime after the failed ghost attempt,
Mm-hmm.
Feyora would have just walked away, started feeding Skully, and then getting ready for bed.
Right. With most of the trail on the ground here under about a foot, foot of water. You found a nice swath of land that's up a foot from that to set up camp, set up your tarps on the ground. It's still wet and muddy, and get your tent set up. So you're able to start sleeping, but I will do some checks tonight. I'll probably have Leafer go first, or she'll offer to, but I also don't want to take away from anyone here tonight that wants to do it. Okay. We'll do first watch, and then I'll check in. That's not a great one. Okay. Everything seems a-okay. I think Leafar's probably just really, she's probably been through a number of, storms like this. All the rain, the nature's probably, kind of entranced with that. Doesn't seem to see anything. Who wants to do second shift? Feyora and Laedrin tag team again? Okay. All right, so the two, Leofar goes over to Laedrin this time. Laedrin, are you up through this tent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry to wake you. My watch is done.
It's all good.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Okay.
and get some rest. Right, heads off to bed. How do you want to wake Feyora up, Leadrin?
Well,
Oh, this is Laedrin waking. Are you already up?
I am already up.
Stop it! Stop it!
I'm sorry, this is actually planned beforehand. She's awake and she's talking to a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So before I just had to sit on animal handling. I had the spiders to deal with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff with the shield has her thinking. So she's talking to a ghost currently just about magic. Because she heard what Tuna's saying about, like, my shield's magical.
Oh,
There's like, I don't know anything about magic. Let's talk to a ghost about this.
beautiful. Okay, are you gaining proficiency in Arcana?
Damn.
Okay. You get, when you speak with ghosts, things just kind of literally, like, information flows through you. And you pick up quite a bit about magic and the basis for Arcana as best you can understand it. Efficiency. And then you hear Laedrin. How would you like to call for Feyora? As Feyora's probably doing this in her tent? Okay.
Well, so Laedrin is going to head up and she has this really awesome idea in her head, but I think she can maybe hear, like, her talking.
She's not trying
Like,
to
not-
hide it, so.
Yeah. And so she's gonna be like, shit. So instead, she'll just use her thorn whip cantrip to just, like, do one of those like wet towel, like, pops. That's what she's gonna do with the thorn whip. And she'll do it on her the tent flap or whatever, and then try to, like, catch Feyora in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Does my dagger of warning tell me about this?
Is it an attack? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's, I guess, considered an attack. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm going to say you'd have to do a dex save. It's going to let you know, but it wasn't an attack until just a second ago. Like, So it pings, but beat I'm going to say a 14 to avoid that.
Oh, it's a 13.
Oh, you go to roll, but Laedrin's fast. and it just whips you right on the leg there. Oh, you're trying to roll out of the way. Gives you a little sting.
Just a little. It wasn't like the full.
Yeah, no damage, just a sting. Like
Yeah.
She's kind of
Morning.
like glaring at her and like slowly reaching for Skully.
Produce flame.
War
Get that
breaks
butter
out in the
with me.
valley.
That
She
was
just
for the
pets
other
him
night.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Laedrin just gets a little bluer. I love this dynamic. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Get your ass up. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going.
Who are you talking to?
A ghost. I'm trying to learn more about magic to see what's going on with Tuna's shield.
Barnaby was his name. He actually used to reside in a fishing village just off the west coast.
I relay that information to Laedrin. Pointless as it seems.
Yeah,
That's
he knew a lot about magic in his spare time.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Fishing and
I'm
then
glad.
magic. A dynamic duo of hobbies.
I
Alright.
mean, I still just can't get over the fact that you talk to ghosts. It's kind of weird and cool.
Still working through it personally. But it seems to be working in my advantage, so
Do you just like be like, hey, ghosts, who wants to talk to me? Is that how you do it?
I guess so. I never
Are you just
really
like-
thought think about the specifics.
Nice. All right, go ahead and make perception checks individually, or one of you can give the other advantage. It's up to you.
Gonna give Laedrin advantage.
Okay.
My rolls have been going.
Nice. Night 4. Tomorrow's the last day in the valley.
– 24.
24. Okay. As you wrap up, everything seems a-okay for this shift, second shift, your second watch. As you're wrapping up, you're doing your final patrol, and you realize that the water has risen another foot. It's now approaching the little mound of dirt that your tents are on. About an inch below that. It's about that puts it at about 2 feet of water on the trail. That's up over your knees or so. Just up over the knees.
I mean, I'm glad I don't have.
Yeah, yep, you both notice that. Mm-hmm.
I'll point it out. Look.
Well, I mean, I didn't roll, so I
Don't tempt her. Ooh, that'd be good.
If water gets any higher, I'm gonna have to start swimming.
I mean, I got my broom, so I don't care, but y'all may.
Nice.
Sorry, not sorry.
Please roleplay more if you have more. Otherwise, who would like to wake up Tuna?
I can do it. I want to ask them if I can borrow their shield. I'm gonna be nice. Be nice.
Hey. I'm gonna
All
go
right.
play Phoenix chess with Gregory.
Nice. Gregory's shitting the water around your little island.
Or is just gonna kind of wave over to the outside of Tuna's tent. Rise and shine.
I feel like Tuna's started waking up a little more peacefully now because they're kind of not on constant guard anymore. So
Aw.
I'm like, yep, I'm up.
Also, sidebar. Can I borrow your shield?
Sure. And I'll just kind of get it and hand it over.
The girls are.
Yeah, it's alright, You'll get it back.
She takes it like without explaining, she just holds it over her head, like,
Da-da-da-da.
kind of
Mhm.
squeeze back and back over with it over her head.
Alright. I don't even question it.
Nice. What are you attempting to do, Feyora? Just get a sense.
I just want to roll an Arcana check.
Yeah,
if that's
you can
okay.
roll an Arcana check. That'll let you tell whether or not there's magic coming off of it, basically, in the source.
Okay, well, I talked to a ghost about it, Dan.
You go for it. No, I'm just letting you know what I'm setting expectations.
Well, it's fine, because it's a shit roll anyways.
No, it's enough to let you know. What is the total?
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough to let you know that there's magic coming off of it.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She'll hand it back over once she's done.
I'll take it and just kind of give it back to the girls at this point.
They hop up if they see you hopping up. You're ready to go if you want them with you for watch.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Okay. I feel like. Nah, I'll just keep watch tonight. I was gonna do something else, but.
Okay.
That is 30-20 for perception.
Nice. Dirty 20. Okay. Thankfully, nothing else. There's even fewer probably animal sounds in the wood, likely just because of how insane all this rain has been. But nothing to worry about animal attack wise, monsters, anything like that. However, of course, Dia will find this out the hard way. By the end of your watch, the water's up another foot. So, Dia, like halfway through that final, in your 10th hour of sleep or so, your body's becoming buoyant in the water. Like it's seeped up that much, So it's like starting, it's some water. But yeah, it's up about 3 feet in total on the trail, 1 foot here on your little island.
What is
Or
happening?
2 feet.
This can't be normal. Just gonna say that now.
Are we going to have to swim on the road now?
3 feet, that's waist height. A little over waist height for almost everyone.
Can I try to pray to Taikati and kind of ask for a little bit of like mercy with this storm kind of thing?
Absolutely. Yep, you put a prayer forth, and if you wanted to actually say a prayer, please do. I don't want to take that away from you if you wanted to.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything. It's just like it's in primordial. I'm just kind of
Nice. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, if you would. I'm going to roll one as well, and we'll see how it goes.
The 45.
Okay.
My brain skipped over the fact that it was a D100. And I was like, 45 on a D20, that's crazy.
Incredible. Nice.
Yeah.
You lift your prayer up, and we've had varying success with this in the past since adopting Taikati. Sometimes you feel a bit of a connection. It is almost like an electrical tingle, that lightning kind of. Other times there's nothing, and this time you feel it, your prayer go up, but you don't really feel much of anything. Maybe that ever so slightest bit of tingle, but that's it.
Okay.
But you're all in day 5. There really isn't much of a spot for breakfast. You've got your dry rations in your packs, and yeah, I mean you're all walking. So, yeah.
I'm not walking.
You're not walking. You're on a broom. It's about a half a day, but because everyone else is gonna have half speed, it's gonna be probably the day.
I will ride the girls and offer to let someone else ride with me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're going to be faster, but like we'll at least be up out of the water.
Yeah.
Dia can he can be that other person.
Oh, I very much appreciate it. I don't even try to do the coy. Oh no, you. No, I'm on it.
Nice. All right.
I
So,
guess I'll offer to Feyora.
Wow.
Are you two?
That-
Are you two fighting?
nice.
The girls are fighting.
Leo,
fighting probably in the same way that sisters do.
I see.
Leofar quietly resigns themselves to waiting behind everybody. But yeah, it's effectively the same speed because it's halved with the second person for the girls and for the broom. But broom's up out of the water, and
I'll stay on the ground with Leofar. I don't want them to be the only one.
Okay.
Dirt water.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've been traveling a lot with 4, so yeah, it clicks like, oh right, okay. Day 5, yeah. So you awake, of course. You get ready. It's 3 feet of water, and as you begin to push on, wading through, on a girl's back, it's just feet that kind of dip in the very bottom, at like ankles down for Dia and Tuna. And as the girls push on, Laedrin on the broom, Leofar and Feyora wading through. The wind today has become absolutely furious. Whatever this storm is passing through seems to be reaching its peak. But thankfully, you're on the last day, and you're on your way out of the valley. By, I'm going to say mid-morning, 10:30 or so, this wind is again become even more furious. Hard-driven rain just rapping against your bodies down, pelting. The trees are not only bending, but some are breaking, and others still being uprooted entirely. So every so often you got to brace yourselves against the wind, as it buffets you and continue forward. It's only now, as you approach the edge of this valley and storm, that you're able to get a proper view of the storm above you. But this has been no ordinary storm. You found yourselves within the sights of the Howling.
Oh,
And you have about 2/3 of a day to get out of this valley.
We push because as far as I know, the
Absolutely.
howling is very bad.
Yeah.
If you push, let's see, excuse me, and we've done a third. So that's 5. If you push, you're looking at about if you push hard, you're looking at 2.5 hours, but you're going to get a point of exhaustion at the end for pushing that hard through the water.
Worth it to me.
Yeah, better than to
I
be
mean, if we're
in.
gonna get out of the howling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This registers. Whoever it registers for, can share it with everyone else. Like, you're on the edge and you can see a little bit in the distance, like just it changes to clear skies, and you can kind of see now towards the edge here the huge rippling column of storm above you. And you start booking it. So you're waiting, pushing, and even after the first 10 minutes, you start to feel winded, but you keep pushing and pushing like a marathon. You're trudging through this. May I please have everyone roll a d100 as the wind reaches new levels, 80, 90 mile an hour winds with whipping gusts of 110, 120 miles an hour. And the water is risen another half a foot. Okay, I'm going to do my roll.
Hoping
To
this
see.
is Call of Cthulhu, where we want something lower.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
It's compared to my roll, which is extra fun. Okay, Tuna, what'd you get?
3.
Laedrin, what'd you get?
okay. Question, because it's been a hot minute. The 100, that's the first number, and then the D10 is the ones place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. 14.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, Feyora.
17.
Oh my god!
Thea.
32.
Well then, it was nice playing with y'all.
I
This
will
group
be a
is
storm.
great.
I'm gonna be a storm sorcerer next by rules of reincarnation.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Um, you were doing your best to navigate through the woodland area here because you are rushing and you cannot see the path. It's under 3.5 feet of water at this point, pushing through the forest right at the base of this huge mountain range along the western side. The trees blot out all but like the peak of the mountain, and the trees on the other side sometimes give way to, more open areas. Um, and the storm is so loud. It sounds, I mean, you don't know what a locomotive is, but it just has that raging sound along with it. But actually, let's see how to roll this. That raging sound very quickly, within a second or two, goes from that cacophony of wind and you're watching like bits of broken tree and even leaves. You watch a leaf. The wind is so strong, stick into a tree in front of you. The wind has been so strong, the tree's bent back, it goes right through the fibers. And this booming sound of the wind and storm as you're pushing, grows exponentially in a matter of a second and a half or so. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. As a mudslide from the mountain, far too large to escape, is about to roll over.
I bless us.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom,
Is that a
you know,
D4?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So a dex save. There's a little mudslide mechanic I've whipped up as it just, I mean, it's monstrous, right? It's the whole mountainside sliding down and mud and stone. You see in that second a couple boulders crack by and smash rocks as mud just folding over itself rolls over all of you. Tuna, what'd you get for your dex save?
16.
Oh, okay. That's a success. You're going to take half damage. Laedrin?
24.
Okay, success. You'll take half damage. Oh, please be sure you've marked a long rest if anyone... I think you took a little damage the other day, Tuna. I think it was just you. Feyora, what'd you get?
27.
Hey, that's a success. Half damage. And Dia?
7. Wait. 13, 14, 15, 17.
Also a success. Half damage.
I got so nervous I forgot how to count.
Yeah. It's frightening. You're pushing through this water, and all the thoughts flash through your head. Oops, I'll finish rolling that in a second. Rolling through your head. You're in 3.5 feet of water. This mud's gonna roll over you. Are you gonna be pressed underwater? Are you gonna be pinned, like in a watery grave below all this mud and stone? What is gonna happen?
Can we like pop the animals and the familiars into the Pokeball real quick?
Absolutely. You all have just enough time, like guidance and boom, or bless this bam,
Yeah. Like
Gregory
I know,
just
this is something you see
disappears.
coming, so.
I need to check something super duper quick here, because Leofar has this, so she might not have picked out her. Yeah, her stuff out. So, okay, that is 12 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 6 for everybody, as the mud and stones roll over all of you. Water and mud press in. Ears, nose, mouth. You all have to hold your breath as of this moment. Everything goes dark, and from that raging noise, silence falls as the mud and water push in your ears. You have many pounds and pounds and feet of mud that have slid and ground and water that have slid over. In between some of these boulders, for some of you, there's enough room for water to fill in the space, and you need to get your way out while holding your breath as quickly as you can. So I'm going to go around, and actually I'm going to add a little bit, because we need more tension, right? I'm going to just give you this ambiance. I see, just it's battle music, but it gives the right feel. I'm going to add it on stream here too with the thunder. If you don't have the thunder, definitely have that one playing, because that's really adds to it. Okay, all right, so make sure you mark your damage, of course, in your character sheets from that. It was only 6 because it was halved. Basically, round 1, these are athletic checks, and I know not everyone's great at athletics, but if anyone gets free, they're welcome to help other people. There is a certain hit point pool for the mudslide above you. Your athletics checks will be deducted from that hit point pool, each person, until they reach the top, and then you can help the next person. So I'm going to be keeping track of each person's, how far they need to go. So for Tuna, may I please ask you to roll an athletics check? Start pushing and writhing your way out of the stone.
24.
Oh, nice. Hey, geez, that's real good. Nice. Okay, Laedrin, may I ask you, please, to do the same?
Are we still blessed?
Oh, that doesn't apply to skill checks, that's guidance. It's only attack rolls and saving throws for bless. But I'll roll to see if I maintain concentration on it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
How much is the DM?
Oh, that's right, you got it tonight. Let's see, we're on level 5, so I think it's still, I think it just went up to a D8. Yeah, it could be a bard.
I'm gonna go ahead and use it now because I rolled pretty shitty.
Ooh.
Okay, that was better. 13.
13, okay. All right. And Feyora?
5.
Okay. And Dia? Oh, you might be muted, I'm sorry.
I am 14.
Okay. All right, 14. Okay. Oh, and Leofar. I'll have to roll for Leofar. Leofar. All right. And this is athletics. 18 for Leofar, so not too bad. Okay. At the end of the first round. Cocked. Oh, not bad. You each take 1 more point of bludgeoning damage. A rock slides into play, like down on you a bit as you're trying to push out. There's enough movement to push against the solid rocks behind you and push it through the mud a little bit to try and make room, all while holding your breath. I'm going to have each round, in this case, last about 30 seconds. Everybody can hold their breath for 1 minute, plus an additional minute for every point they have in their Constitution modifier before anyone starts drowning. So everyone's good for now because it's only been half a minute. Back to the top. Tuna, go ahead and make another athletics check.
Okay, can I do something else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, if anyone
Am
has
I
something.
within arm's reach of Feyora?
Probably
Let's reach
not.
or tails reach or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you both roll d20? If you get within 3 numbers of one another, you can be within reach. And just
Rolling bad, Lily.
all right.
Oh.
Did it work out? I know you can see in the thing. Is it? No? Okay.
It didn't.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, in that case, I'll just keep pushing.
Okay.
That is a 22.
22. Okay. Nice. Okay. You continue pushing in a direction you believe is up. Pulling things out of the way. Pushing. Legs, feet, muscles sore. Chest starting to ache from holding your breath. You know, it's only been half a minute, but it starts to hurt with all the compression of the weight of all this. And the panic. Are you going up? How much is there? Can I get to air? Can I get to my friends? I'm going to go to Laedrin next. If anyone has out round 2 here and on, you can do other things if you have skills or spells that you think might help you out of this.
Yes. That's what I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have better athletics. What is wrong with you? I'm wanting to wild shape.
Does that require a verbal component
Ooh,
when you do it?
that's
I know it's a
interesting. Let's
feature,
check.
so you might not need it at all.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I don't see components on wild shape. You can't speak in wild shape, I know that, but I don't see it to.
Gotcha. Yeah, nope, I think you're good. I think you're good. You may absolutely wild shape looking it up here. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think any of my spells are gonna help me except make it worse.
Okay.
And I'm not on my, or I'm knocked off of my brew.
Yeah. I'd say you still have like a hand on it so you don't lose it, but
Well, it's fine, and that's not gonna work either. Okay, I am going to wild shape into a giant badger
okay.
because they can burrow.
Okay.
And in my mind, they can maybe burrow more to go back the other direction.
Sure. Absolutely.
So that's my thought process. So I'm going to wild shape and then try to burrow back.
For the purposes of this, I'll let you, there's an action versus a normal action, bonus action movement. So you can do that, but for like to then burrow, it might be the next turn. Because no one's getting like their movement on top. It's the crushing weight
see.
and all of this other stuff gives you like just enough time to like do one thing.
I see. I see.
In case that plays a role.
Are we only able to, like, when we're trying to like move up? Is it? It's just based on our roll. That's how many.
It's
feet we're
taking away
able to
from a
go?
hit point pool.
Just
So
a hit point. Okay.
yeah, mechanically it's doing that, but visually you're climbing up and pushing your way through to the surface.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm probably
Your burrow would take away from that hit point pool on the next turn. If you wild shape now and you can burrow 30 feet, that'll be 30 points taken away.
It looks like I can only burrow 10. So, never. Can I retcon thing? I don't do that. No.
Yeah, it's fine. No, because the mechanics are new.
Okay.
This won't happen too often.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. I don't think I can do anything else. So we're just gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, you pretty little guys. Okay. Well,
12.
Well, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, 12 for my athletics.
All right. Let's see. Not bad. Okay. All right. Feyora.
Okay, I have a question first.
Yeah, go for it.
I have a potion of water breathing. Am I capable of drinking it? And if I do drink it, does that help in this situation?
You could drink it as your action, be all you could do this turn, but I think you would know that because there's a lot of mud, there's some water in here, but it's also a lot of muddy dirt, that it probably won't help with that.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna roll.
Okay.
I don't want to use it right now, anyways. So, very conflicted feelings about this outcome, but it's fine.
Gotcha.
Roll, and I'll get an 11, and that's gonna be a 10. Freaking hate all of this.
Howling is terrible. Okay, Dia, what would you like to do this round?
I think I'm going to dig because I don't think I can. I don't think I can charm mud. Gifted though I am, I don't think I can do it.
If anyone could, yeah.
So, and none of my other spells are force or anything like that. It's all lightning based, and I don't think in Pokemon, ground and rock types are not affected by electric. So
Amazing.
oh, let's see, digging. All right, same before as 14 total.
14. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, and then Leafar. Oh, natural 20 plus athletics. That's 4. All right, so you're doing okay. My goodness. All right, let's see. That's okay. All right. At the end of this round, we're at a minute. 1 point of bludgeoning damage again for everyone at deck because it's rolled 1 both times, which is good. We want to get out of this. Is there anyone in the party that has a Constitution bonus of 0? That's right. You roll like high con, right? Didn't we figure that out earlier on? I was like, oh, everyone's got
high con means more life. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. So that brings us back up to Tuna.
Alright, I would, assuming that Feyora is still not within reach of me,
You can do another roll because you're both climbing.
sorry,
Yeah.
I know.
No, go for it.
I have an idea.
If you're within 3 of one another, you're good.
Okay. Oh. See, why couldn't we have reversed? Because I got a 4 last time.
Oh, we
I got
don't.
a 10. In that
hate
case, I'm going
all of
to
my
use
dice.
Emboldening Bond and give that to Laedrin, Feyora, and Dia, since athletics seems kind of good for Landvar.
There's
Okay.
an emboldening bond.
Basically, you have D4. You have less,
Okay.
but it's for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And will not lose from concentration. And you can use it on ability checks.
Sick.
So you just have to be within 30 feet of each other, which I feel like is pretty.
Absolutely. Yes, there's nothing about sight or any of that, and you're definitely meet the qualifications. So beautiful. You all feel like in this sheer panic, the crushing weight pressing in on your bodies of stone and mud and water. And you feel it with every turn of the slides further, like, you know, more with your upper body than your lower body, tipping you in awkward angles that you have to compensate for the next time you move around. You feel a small sense of peace and emboldenment come through with that flavor of tuna, and you know where it came
A
from.
little fishy.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. That's going to be the turn, Tuna, for this round. Laedrin, how about you?
We're just gonna keep on trucking.
Okay. Don't forget about the bond. What does that give them again, Tuna?
D4 to
D4?
attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. So
So
it's
Okay.
combined
roll a
guidance
D4.
and
Awesome.
Thank you so. Well, never mind. It's not as good as I thought. 12.
12. Okay.
But that's better than what it could have been.
Mm-hmm. All right. You continue pushing through Legion. That muffled silence, the pressure in your ears, just warbling sound. You feel the scraping on your ears and your skin, your dirt and earth underneath your fingernails as you're pushing through. Feyora, you're up next.
Climbing. It's a 10.
Good. Oh, my goodness. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're working your way. All right. Dia?
Okay.
Feyora, did you add that T4? Okay.
Oh no. It's a 1. So in total, 4.
Is that including
But
the D4?
it's not. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, it is.
You are doing your best. It's scary. This is what all those nightmarish stories where they come from with the howling. It's been building and building, and now here we are. We have Leofar do their thing. That's a 9. They're getting somewhere. This. All right. Then at the end, a 1. 1 point of bludgeoning damage again. This storm might have it out for you, but the mountain's like, listen, I don't want anything to do with this. So 1 more point of bludgeoning damage. That's it. Back up to Tuna.
Alright, at this point, I'm just gonna keep pushing.
Okay, nice.
I can get out, I might can help other people. Oh, good. Goody. It's an 11.
You keep pushing through, and you do feel even more of a shift at the end of this turn as you're climbing up and trying to push your torso back, but you think that means you're getting much closer to the surface. You feel like you're getting within reach, and there's a little bit of hope as your lungs are pinching. Let's see, it's 1.5. But that's like we're still good. Laedrin?
We can do this. We can do this. We cannot do this. Okay. I rolled double 4s, so 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay, same thing. Keep grinding and pushing your way up. Pressure getting more immense on your body, and your lungs just want to breathe in so bad, but you can feel the mud pushing up your nose and into your ears, and barely can't even open your eyes. And as you climb. Feyora?
Also gonna be trucking through. Oh, good. Finally a good roll. Let's add this D4.
Yay.
I already forgot what the other number was. 18 plus 3, 21? Right? That's math right? Cool, thank you.
And sort of a mad panic almost of falling behind. That every time you've grabbed, just stones come loose through the mud and push. You can't get any traction. You finally get a grip on the heavy stone that isn't moving and climb, using all your strength to manage your way up as best you can. Yeah, that brings us to you.
Okay. Oh Jesus. 5, 6, 7, 9.
Okay. All right. Same. Yeah, it's been going back and forth. Sometimes you get something solid. That last time you barely caught anything, you catch some ground, get your feet on some, and push up through the mud. It's not like floating up through water, of course. You're pushing with all of your might to head up through. Oh, hi. Thanks for the raid. Live and Let's Die. Thank you so much. Okay, that brings us to Leofar, who's going to do theirs. Oh my gosh, an 8, of course. Alright, Leofar as well, doing the same. Then at the end of this round, stuck down in the mudslide, each take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as some of the stones again compress against you and roll off as you're trying to climb your way to the top of this mudslide in this terrible storm. Tuna, back up to you.
Gonna try for that final push, hopefully.
Yes, yes, yes.
Speaking it into oh no, it's a 10.
10
I rolled a 3.
points of... Okay, oops. So, you push, and you feel it getting lighter and easier to move. Easier to move, and you're trying and stretching as hard as you can to reach the surface. And you suddenly feel rain on your fingertips.
Oh, God.
Push yourself up, and have to almost lay in your stomach to pull your legs up out of the mud. You're still sliding a bit. It's kind of caked on mud at the top, but the rain is pouring on this, and the movement is still sliding gradually now.
Okay.
There's some drops in the mud on the top where you count 4 of these in the area you think it might friends are for the next round.
I know I don't have anything, but I'll get ready to make my way towards one of them.
Okay, nice. All right, Laedrin, you're up.
Okay. We can do this. I swear.
Oh no.
I swear by the moon. 12 again.
12. Okay.
Better than last time, but I'm seeing a pattern.
You push and push and push until you feel a stone on one side of your foot, another larger one pinching your leg and holding you in place for a bit till you manage to swivel free. But you do get up high enough where you start feeling a little freer up here. The mud has a little more push on the top part of your torso than the bottom, but you feel like you're getting pretty close to the surface. Feyora, you're up next.
Okay, gonna roll again. Oh, thank goodness. Let's roll the d4. Okay, that was 18, 19.
19. Okay. Right. Feyora, climbing, pushing, twisting, and you feel a large rock come and press you against the chest, and you get pressed against another one under the mud, and you want to expel, but you know you can't. The air in your lungs is all you have until you get out of the mud and water. But you feel that same, as you push this big rock off to the side in the mud, eyes closed, you feel that extra sway, like you were very close to the surface. Yeah, that brings us to you.
Significantly better. 16, 17, 18, 19 total.
Oh, nice. Okay. You also climb and push and push, and it's hard to get a grip because there aren't too many really big stones, but you get enough off this one, that one, pushing off with your foot and continuing to strive to reach the surface. Your lungs aching, your eyes burning from the mud and bits of silt and that are pushing through and across. You feel that freedom, that extra bend, and so you're very close to the surface. And then Leofar is going to do theirs. Let's hope they do well, because they run out of breath after this. Oh. Jeez.
Can't have them pass out when they haven't even come back.
I know.
What?
Welcome back, Sam. Oh no,
You're
not...
dead.
By the way.
Leopard climbing, and she's feeling that freedom. Must be close as she gets kind of pressed against the current of this mud is pushing her against a large stone, and when her right ribs are on that stone, and another one crushes on the left side of the ribs, compressing from either side, pushing out the last of her breath. She gets a hand out of the surface. That's it. There's one hit point left in her pool, so she gets her hand out. However, she's expelled her air and is now officially drowning.
Oh my god!
You see the hand like freak out, like you're running out of, like, you're out of breath, and you're breathing in mud. That brings us up to Tuna.
I'm running for that hand, trying to pull Leofar the rest of the way out.
Okay, you've got movement now because you're on top. It's halved, but 15 feet easily gets you over to Leofar.
Okay.
You grab the hand, just make an athletics check to pull them up out of the mud. You just have to beat a 13.
Oh, thank God. It's a 15.
You pull them up and you see them spitting out like a bunch of this water and mud and just like expelling that from their system for a minute. But there's no time outside of that to, even do anything. Who's next? What's happening? There's 3 other friends here. Laedrin, that brings us over to you. Rain pouring down, Tuna, buffeting you. Wind.
Okay. We can do this. Oh my god. Fucking. Okay. I rolled a nat 1. And I rolled another 1. So that's 1.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, no. I should ask. I'm so sorry. Does anybody only have a Constitution modifier of 1? Oh, Feyora, at the end of that. Okay, Tuna are good. Whew. Feyora, your air runs out. You've been holding as long as you can. Your muscles revolt. And breathe in for air that is not there. Water, mud rush in your nose. You cough, you gag. You're not getting the air that you need. Panic mode for your body. Laedrin, you move a little bit more up this. Not much. There's just too much pressure coming from the next bit of movement. Tuna, you're almost like surfing along the top of this. It's only moving like a few feet for every like couple of seconds, but it's enough where it's still streaky. Feyora, you can still make your thing. You're close to the surface. You're just also drowning. Let me take a quick look at drowning here. After something been... Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, you fall unconscious when you lose your breath, when you run out of time. So what's your con mod? +1?
Yeah.
Then you've got 1 round where you can be pulled free and still be breathing and not die. But you can't do anything this round as you... Breathing stops and you're just being moved along with the flow of the mudslide. You're really close to the surface. Dia?
Yep. Okay. Well, wait, no, I have +2 to my athletics, so it's 12, 13 with the +1.
Okay, 13.
From Tuna spell.
Dia, you are climbing with everything that you have, pushing, pulling, and you feel like you have to be near the surface. As you climb, stone hits an arm and you push around it and move. A stone hits the chest cavity. You reach up and up. Rain on your hand.
Ugh.
You're able to pull yourself up and breathe. And you know, try and wipe eyes as you're pulling yourself out. All you can see is storm, a torrent of wind, a pink blur, pink and yellow blur nearby. um, and yeah, you pull yourself up to safety at the end of this round, out of the immediate danger. But that's all that you can do for now. You're just trying to get air back in your lungs. Right. Leofar's the one that got pulled up because they only had the one left, and Tuna got them. So that is going to bring us down to a bludgeoning damage for the people that are still underneath, what I think is just Laedrin and Feyora. So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's going to bring us up to Tuna. Return.
Alright, seeing one of the kind of spots where I had identified people stop moving, I'm just going to reach my arm in as far as it'll go and just start grabbing. So hopefully trying to get Feyora.
Okay.
I wouldn't know it's Feyora, but...
Well, one of them seems to be a little closer to the surface than the other.
Okay.
And so I'm up to you, but I imagine you probably get the one that's a little easier to... One does not seem particularly, like, sort of close. One seems like you might be able to reach down and grab.
I would say the one that went... Like, honestly, if Tuna saw a bunch of thrashing and then something goes still, that would be the one.
That's the one that's close to the surface. Okay.
Okay, cool. That's
You race over and just and thrust your whole hand and shoulder down into the mud and reach around. May I have you do an investigation check as you reach around and try and find a person? All you have to reach to hit this is an 8.
It's a 16.
Reaching. fingers, palm, wrist. You grab onto that wrist and pull as best you can. Your feet sink into the mud as you're pulling out, trying to get another hand in. Feyora is pulled out unconscious. Currently, you can see just sort of the mud and everything kind of slide out of her mouth and her nose. She's unconscious, but on the surface.
Real
If
quick,
you have a
do I
bone-
have time to spare the dying?
Is it a bonus action?
No, it's an action. But I can healing word. I don't have healing word prep, just kidding.
Oh no. You
Wait. Okay. I have a weird question.
Uh-huh.
Temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is unconscious, how does that work?
I'm not sure. Usually I can look it up, but it works right now. In this moment, for some rule of cool. Mm-hmm.
I'm muted. I don't know why I'm muted. Would that bring Feyora back to consciousness? Would I know?
I'd say, I'm not sure normally, but for this moment, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'll just cast heroism on Feyora then.
Feyora, did you?
I just had a quick question about the hit points. When I'm knocked out unconscious, am I just supposed to take them out, like all of the rest of my hit points, or how does that work with drowning?
Yeah. Once you're unconscious, you're effectively lit, so it sort of takes all your hit points.
Okay, so just put it down as 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh crap, that one's an action too. I thought that was a bonus action.
Oh
I
no!
was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at Sanctuary. Never mind, ignore me.
Do you have a healing potion?
I don't believe I do. I could just mass healing word. You know what? I'll just bring Feyora up for now, and then I'll try to
Okay.
stabilize
Okay.
once we get everyone up.
Sure. Okay, you get Feyora sort of over with Leofar. They're both sort of on the surface. Dia, you've climbed out kind of close to them, and you know there's risk of sinking back in, but you're all like have enough wherewithal there, those that are conscious to kind of try and stay up. And that's going to bring us to Laedrin.
Okay. um. Thank you. Thank you, you beautiful, beautiful guy. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, we did. Oh my God, yes. Okay, 21, but I think I have, yeah, 20. 30,
Okay.
20. Oh, you're so
Nice. Legion, there's a certain sense of dread that I feel anyone would have, and not to say you give in to anything like that, but it almost invigorates you, pushes you. Like, no, I'm not. This is not how I'm going. I'm not going to die here. I'm not going to let my friends die here, and it just invigorates you to push and push, and you are breaking nails, your fingernails, you're climbing, you're scraping. You thrust yourself with two hands up, out. Heavy rainwater pelting you, but air filling your lungs. You look around. You see barely through the heavy, pouring, torrential rain. Tuna. Mud in your lungs. Tuna in front of you, having just pulled Feyora out, laying Feyora down next to Leofar. Dia, having just climbed out herself. In fact, I think that makes everybody up out of the mud now. So I'm going to switch it over just to like an out of combat. Let me know what you all want to do as you're all kind of still sliding. This mudslide's
immediately.
moving. Mm-hmm.
She's, if she can, I mean, she can see that Fiora is like knocked out, right?
Oh yeah, there's just
I'm
mud
assuming-
oozing out of her nostrils and.
Yeah, she's like gasping for air. She's gonna send over a healing word to see if that would help, because now she's panicking that her friend's down.
You see Tuna there, like, also getting ready to care for Feyora, and this magic hits Feyora, and you instinctively awake and breathe in, but it's mud, it's muck, and water, and stone, and you feel it grittily creeping out of your lungs, the back of your throat, trying to get it out, even though you desperately want to breathe in, until finally, you spell everything, and then you take. You're all conscious. You're all slowly sliding, like along the top of this mudslide, and rain whipping and pelting you from the side. Trees still bending and breaking. The ones that are still standing anywhere. You see other boulders shifting and moving down, but you do see maybe 120 feet further. Looks like land goes up high enough where this mudslide is in this cavity, and you could reach the other bank there. It'll be slow movement, and I just need everyone to do one final dexterity saving throw to avoid any tumbling stone, trees, or any surprises that come down this mudslide as you navigate this 120 feet. The DC for this is 12. And you can assist one another if you have something that you think would be helpful if something comes up. Tuna, what'd you get?
30, 20.
Okay, easily. Thankfully, nothing tumbling down yet. Laedrin?
We still have the D4, right?
It's for 10 minutes, yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, good. 18, 19, 20, 21.
Beautiful. Feyora?
I'm gonna get on my soapbox really quick. Slide for my death mod. Because I rolled like I'm sorry. I don't know where it went.
It's gone. You gotta roll
I
again.
rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a +8, so I have a 14, and I rolled that d4. The +3 is a 17.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Made it. And Dia?
21.
Nice. Oh shit. I gotta go over Leofar. Please, Leofar. You got this.
Please got this.
A 12. Just.
What about the D4?
Oh yeah, and a D4. Yeah.
They don't get the D4 because I can
Oh.
only choose 3.
Oh.
And Leofar wasn't doing okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's
So
still.
I figured they get
There's a tumbling, there's just a tree that pulls up, it hit a rock underneath in the mudslide and arches up out of the mud, snaps down just behind Leonard, leaps over like, almost onto your back, Tuna, like,
Yeah.
get yourself there. Oh, okay. And you all make it to the other side, off of the sliding land in this area. Only about an hour's power journey out to the other side of the Howling, as long as it doesn't decide to follow you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
God damn.
Well played, players!
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
my.
Where's that quote list so I can find Dan it?
You'll just
feel like
forget
it's
about
me.
it. It'll happen when you've long forgotten about it.
Yeah. We all did so well. It was a lot of challenges, a lot of fun role play along the way. Some fun build up of the storm. And gosh, you all managed that landslide action. I mean, it's a huge, what do you call it? Like an act of nature, right? Like a natural disaster. What do you do? But you all managed it really well. And I just love the role play of all you like reaching and Tuna, we're gonna get, pulling people out of the mud, and you all made it across. Oh my goodness, well done.
I would just like to add, speaking of quotes, I'd like to quote Mr. Daniel here
Yes.
when he said, "Oh, just need to know if anyone here is claustrophobic or scared of drowning.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry about it, because that's a later session. That's a later story element."
Well, I just said later. I could have meant later tonight. I didn't. I really didn't express.
I'm gonna later my fingers into your eyeballs.
Oh, that's so rude.
What love.
Loved it.
My God.
Loved it.
It has been X amount of sessions since Dan has tried to kill the party.
No, it's just challenging the party. You all keep it you're all awesome. I know you're gonna get through this stuff.
There's so many spells the next time we level up that I'm just gonna rearrange to have.
Uh-huh.
I thought Leofar might have mold earth, and I was gonna have her like shape some stuff around as many people as she could, but she doesn't yet. So. Oh.
I had destroy water, but then I thought, but then that's just gonna put us buried in dirt. So like it's not really gonna help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only 10 gallons, so like I don't know what that would do.
Mold Earth.
Nice. Oh, well done.
I do have Mold Earth. Shit. I did not prepared.
Gotcha. Oh, y'all.
You had no idea we were going to get hit with the landslide. What can you prepare for?
Yeah, exactly.
Landslide brought us down.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much fun stuff on the trip over to Sunhaven. I had so much fun today, like getting things set up. I really, genuinely, I think you'll all enjoy like the journey. With there's some chaos here, but okay. Well, if you're new here, thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Sundered Faete, our newest campaign. It's every Tuesday night here from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. We have a couple other D&D campaigns across the week. If you had fun, consider giving us a follow, and you can be alerted when we go live with our stuff here. I hope at least we'll catch you next Tuesday to see if and how our amazing crew here makes it out of the Howling, sort of a sentient storm in this world. or a storm that seems to have sentience, that appears, disappears, moves of its own accord. They survive. This is something you get to tell everyone else, like other people in the world, like, no, 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 we survived the Howling, and it gets you some major cred. So,
Put it on a t-shirt.
I survived, and all I
survived the
got,
Howl.
yeah.
All I got was a t-shirt.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna go do our Patreon after show. But for now, we're gonna raid our friends over at Quest and Chaos. So please give a caw Madbird raid for them, and catch you all soon. Hopefully next Tuesday. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
I can click buttons.